Oh, man. Fuck, dude. Ah, man. Oh, Luke. Come on, man. We already tested it, I thought. I thought you already tested it. Come on. I want to get off my screen. Get it off my screen. I thought you tested it already. No. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the fucking stream. Welcome back to the fucking stream. No, I am going to complain because I got to get it off. Telegram's on my screen. I got to get it off. I got to get it off. Look, it is so good to see so many of your beautiful faces here on the stream today. Welcome back. Sorry, I can't focus. Faces here on the stream today. Welcome back. Sorry, I can't focus. You got the fucking double audio and shit. Luke, come on, get it off. I gotta talk. Get it off. Please get it off. Get it off. Please get it off. All right, look. Welcome back. I don't know what to leave it. Just leave it. Thank you. Welcome back. All right, look, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to cover. We have a lot to get into today. It is a weird day. It's a crazy day, and I got a new shirt. What do y'all think? Be honest. New shirt. It's a CDG. It's a CDG. You don't really see these CDG dress shirts. What do y'all think? Be honest. You do not really see these CDG. You don't really see these okay. You don't shirt. What do y'all think? Be honest. You see these very often. It's not double audio. CDG. You don't really see these. Dude, come on, man. Why did we do this? All right, that should be fine. Are you good now? Are you good now? God, Malcolm, you guys try to do this shit. Why do we test stuff during the stream and I can't focus? Then I start off on a bad track. And then everything's all fucking discombobulated and I cannot get in my flow. I can't get anything going. I know I'm a talent. But it's like, man, you guys expect a lot out of me. Okay? I know I'm a talent, but it's like you put me in spots and it's like, you put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander against the greatest defensive team of all time, and you say Mitchell's out, you say the whole team is out, and you say go figure it out, and it's like he's going to drop 40, but we're going to lose. Anyways, look, the market closes in 11 minutes. Thank you. It's a little bit of a dark day today in the cryptocurrency land. I don't entirely know what to make of it. I have a lot of takes today, okay? I have a lot of takes on cryptocurrency. Bitcoin right now, as it stands, at 67,000. Just got flipped by Hyperliquid at $70.02. Zcash is $5.93. First chatter, Tito29, welcome. I bought a AI growth stock today, and it's probably my favorite trade I've ever made. I'm going to be honest. This is probably my favorite trade I've ever made today is MRVL. Seriously. I'm actually I feel so vindicated and validated on this trade. I'm excited to tell you about it. If anyone's in it, you're going to find it very enjoyable. But I feel so vindicated on this trade because it's like we could just trade our style and it's awesome. I went to physical therapy today. I did a lot today. I'm happy to be here. Okay. I'm grateful for you people and we're going to get through it, man. We are going to get through it. So let us start before the market closes in 10 minutes with a quick little roll call. Viblet, what's good? Caleb, what's good? Where's Wavy 80, bruh? Rockefeller, what's good? Babes, what's good? Little Light TV, Riley, Joey, Jesse, Jackson, Ray, Kevin, First, Rockefeller. What's good? Starting, what's good? Rectal Glizzy, my guy, what's good? First chatter, W's for the first chatter. OX Priest, welcome. Live Life TV, Whitey, what's good? Witty, Whitey, MJ Brennan, what's good? You gotta fill out that shirt, bro. It's a small, bro. What do you mean fill it out? It's popping out. I can't even. First chatter, W's, SZD. What do you mean I gotta fill out this shirt? I'm like popping out of it, bro. Valor, what's good? Dina, Clayboy Cardi, it's my favorite name, bro. Tweba, what's good? Luke, sorry for yelling at you, man. Zaro, what's good? OX Priest, what is good? Letter is up only. Calcloid, what's good? Quant, what's good? Do I work out? Do I fucking look like I work out? I'm a fucking bucket, bro. What are you talking about? Viblet, Pudgy Ma, welcome back. Looks like you're wearing a poncho, bro. It's a CDG dress shirt. It's like a one of none. You legitimately could not find this. You could go. Where do you live? Looking kind of small. Where do you live, MJ Brennan? Where do you live? You could go to every store. New York City, cool. I bought the last fucking one in New York City. You could go to every store in New York City with a picture of this fucking shirt and show it to every thrift, every vintage, every pawn shop, every designer store in America. They're gonna call that thing a one of none. They're gonna call it a one of none. She's gonna say, "I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. Never seen it before." That's what they're gonna say. Because I walked in looking for it and she said, "I've never seen that before." Anyways. We have a lot to talk about. I'm fired the fuck up because I made one of the best trades of my life, and I'm getting crushed on everything else right now. Do you need a personal trainer, bro? I'm fucking strong. I have a torn labrum, and I bet you I'm throwing up more on the incline press. I have a torn labrum, dead torn through the middle, snapped, dead torn, bro, dead torn. Anyways, if you're watching on YouTube and Twitter, y'all want to play today? Cause I'm down to play today. If y'all want to play today, I can play today. I can absolutely play today. I got the P&L to show for it, to talk about it. I'm ready to play ball if you want to play ball. If you're watching on YouTube and Twitter and you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. That's the only place I chat. By the way, I let a bunch of people into the group the other day. And how many people joined? I mean, fuck, we got like 30, 40 people in there the other day, which was wild. So welcome back, especially if you've come from our Telegram. All right, I want to tell you a quick story. This is a true story. You're not going to believe me, but a friend of mine, a friend of a friend of mine owns I have a friend of a friend, like deep. This is like some deep friends. Like we're like 3 friends out on this one. A guy who knows a guy who, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And he does a little bit of everything. And he owns a ship Malcolm's the friend who has a friend. Malcolm has a friend who owns a couple tankers, oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay. He owns a couple. He does a bunch. He does a lot of stuff, but he has a couple oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. And Malcolm's telling me the story that he just saw him. He just caught up with him. And he saw him like a week or 2 ago, and he brought up, he was telling him about our business, and he asked him about the Strait of Hormuz. And the guy was like, "Yeah," he brought it up, talking about the oil trade. And the guy was like, "Oh, I have ships." He's like, "What do you mean I have ships?" He's like, I have tankers." And he was like, "No way." And so Malcolm saw them yesterday or this morning in the gym. It's this morning in the gym, Malcolm saw them. And he goes up to him and he's like, "Dude, the barnacles, real, not real, what's the deal?" And he looks at Malcolm. "My captains are fucking pissed. The ships don't move." He looks at Malcolm. They don't even look at you, and they don't even tell you what's wrong anymore. They just look at you like this. "My captain is fucking pissed. The ships don't move. They don't move. They're going 10% the speed. They don't even, the oil bulls, they don't even tell you what's wrong anymore. They just look at you like this. Barnacles. They just go like, I talked to Pee Poo Poo on FaceTime, and I asked for his oil bull thesis, and he just goes like this. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And so when Malcolm asked him, he just shook his head. And I couldn't believe it. I genuinely could not believe it. What's the ticker again, by the way? What is the ticker of that barnacle company? What's the ticker of that barnacle company? Rip some crows if you're going to hold those arms up. You really want to talk, huh? Right, guy, check out MRVL. Brother, check out my Hyperliquid is public these days. Check out my HL account, and you let me know what you think about my MRVL position. So that's number one. The barnacles are real. The second thing I'm going to say before we get into market close is, I'm going to be honest, guys. I really wish somebody in here or me on my own 2 feet came to the realization of how unbelievably incredible the Pokemon gacha system is. Basically, every market comes to the same conclusion from first principles, that we need to get as little flow on the market as possible with as much buy pressure as possible. And however we can do that, these things will go up a lot. I really wish I came to the conclusion quicker, and I really wish there was a better way to trade it. I so deeply wish there was a better way to trade it than cards on Solana. If you really think about this method, I was posting about this. So someone made this tweet yesterday, and they said, I'm buying Pikachu Zekrom from set 151 or whatever. 7 hours later, they quote tweet it and say, it's up 3x. Did you fade my call, you fucking bitch? And I screenshotted it and I tweeted it and was like, this sounds uncomfortably familiar. But then I really sat down and I thought about it. And I came to the conclusion that the gotcha method is one of the greatest financial alchemy designs ever in all markets. Because think about this. You have a very finite supply of vintage Pokemon that people want. There's not that many of these cards. Realistically, the market caps are relatively small. So you get a bunch of these gambling companies to come in, and the only edge or the only moat that these gotcha companies have is their supply. So they come up with big VC dollars and they buy everything, okay? They buy everything, and they rip the price. They buy all of it. And then what they do is they put them in these fucking slots, basically these gamble packs, where the entire method is somebody spends, reveal a gotcha, and what do? They sell it back to the company minus 15%, and then they spend again. Almost nobody is actually cashing out, getting the card shipped, and letting it hit the market again. And so once they're purchased from the gotcha companies, these cards never hit the fucking market again. They never hit the market. Gamble, sell back, gamble, sell back, gamble, sell back. The gotcha companies never have to sell inventory because they make 15% on every gamble and sell back. The actual gamblers never let the inventory hit the market because they just sell back. And we just rinse and we rinse and we rinse and we rinse and we rinse. And I was following this really closely when it started happening. We had the Collector Crypt guy on stream like months ago. It was in the old house. I had him on in the old house. Like, I don't know how many months ago, quite a few months ago. And we're watching this as it happened. And I did not really give it the credit that it deserved for how good of a system it was. Honestly, unbelievable. And so the hardest part about it, the reason it's I think part of the reason it's gone so well, by the way, is that its liquidity is so fragmented amongst these cards that nobody really knows what to buy or how to buy. Like if you're like, I want to just buy the Pokemon Index, because I was asking Malcolm the other day, like, who are the LPs in like a crypto liquid fund? Like who the fuck is LPing a crypto liquid fund? And then if you think about it, he's like, I would be 10 years from now when I have $100 bucks, 100 mil, because I want exposure to crypto. I know buying just Bitcoin kind of sucks, but I have absolutely no interest in allocating and paying attention to altcoins and what's hot and what the new narrative is and what's hot. And so you just give money to some liquid funding crypto that you think is smart or deemed worthy of your finances, and then you let them play. And that doesn't exist in Pokemon. There's really no way to do this. And so individual names got bottlenecked. Vintage as a whole just got slobbered up by these gotcha companies. And there's a lot of friction in what to actually buy the entire way. And so it's pretty just unbelievable, the run that Pokemon has had. And I'm sad I got no exposure to any of it. No exposure to any of it, which is really sad. But what I'm not sad about is half of the market. One of my positions I'm not sad about. Everything else I am sad about. That's the intro. There's actually a bunch of intro stuff I would like to talk about, but we don't really have time to do it. Okay, there's one more thing really quick. Two things, actually, real quick. Two things. 40 market close. I'm a mess today, but it's for a good reason. Two things real quick. Number one is I pay no attention to macro data, but I was watching a MIT when this came out, and so I figure it's worth talking about. Jolt's job data came out, and reportedly, job openings are the highest they've been in America in 2 years today. They're the highest right now that they've been in 2 years. And I don't know where they get this data from, but I think it's absolute bullshit, bro. I think that is such cap. There is no way that is true. If you know any young people that have just graduated college, or if you know any young people that are like 18 to 22 to 23 that are looking for a job, it is the most fried job market in as long as I've been alive. For as long as I've known jobs are a thing, It is the most fried job market of all time. I don't know who is getting these jobs and what these jobs are. Like you can get like an entry, you can get like a retail job. You can get like an hourly wage job. Nothing against that, by the way. That is possible. But like mid-level white collar jobs do not exist. It does not exist. You can get a job in retail and sales. That's it. Lost and confused, 36. Thanks for the gifted. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is like if you want a six-figure white collar job, it's just like it doesn't exist. It straight up does not exist. And so I'm looking at this chart. And I'm like, man, I don't believe it. Also, that is a bear market rally bounce if I've ever seen one. It was at 12,000. I think that's 12 million, by the way. 12 million, and now it's at like 7.5. Right. I don't believe this for an absolute second. And then the second thing, really quick, is I'm gonna tie this up in a stock I'm gonna talk about later in the stream, which is AMC. I'm pretty fucking pilled on the IRL events thesis. I think this is coming into fruition. Like, I think this is happening fast, by the way. I'm going to tell you a quick story, and then we're going to start the stream. People are desperate to do stuff IRL again. I went to stop at one of my homies' houses in New York, like on Saturday. We were going to go to a restaurant, get lunch. It was like 2 o'clock maybe. And we walk outside of his house and we're like, dude, what is that noise? What the fuck is that noise? And we turn the corner and it's this bar out front of his house. And there is just screaming. And we're like, what's going on? And so I don't follow soccer at all. But there was this big soccer game happening. It was PSG and PSG and Arsenal maybe? Who's playing? PSG and Arsenal? It was in Manhattan. I went to his house. PSG and Arsenal. Okay? Champions League final. I know the Champions League is a big deal. I don't watch soccer, but I play FIFA. I used to play. I get every FIFA. I get to Division 1 online, then I stop playing. But anyways, we just hear screaming. We're like, what the fuck is going on? And so we walk down the street to this bar, and it's like a pretty good sized bar. You could probably fit 75 people, maybe 100 people in there. But the way it's built is it has like it's like open, like it's like under a roof, but it's like all the doors, big sliding doors that open, and there's tables outside. And they wheeled in this flat screen TV, like this fucking 200-inch flat screen TV. They parked it outside, and they had waiters and waitresses outside serving drinks. And bro, I swear to you, there was 500 people in the street watching this game. It was like a festival. There was like guys that had their girlfriends like on their shoulders looking up so they could see. The street was blocked off, and there was like 500, 600, 700 people in the street watching this fucking game. It was unbelievable. And I'm just like, IRL's back. Champions League has been going on for a long time. I've never seen that before. IRL is fucking back. You absolutely love to see it. And on that note, market closed 5 minutes ago. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a fucking big one. You already know what I want to know. What are you buying? What are you selling? What did you make money on? What did you lose money on? What are you looking to enter? What are you looking to exit? What do you like? What do you hate? What are you in? What are you out? And oh my Lord, MRVL is $296. Short of Bitcoin, 74K to here. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Close hype long, looking into near, nice. MRVL, BB, hype, Ina. Athena got that big announcement with Coinbase today, which is pretty cool. I want to FOMO per so bad. Maybe a decent time to do it. NFA, hello, Bitcoin going. Lost some money today. Great day. Zero darts. Aren't you a Zcash guy? Oh my God, Copper. I forgot about Copper. GitLab beat. No, I forgot about Copper. Oh, it's well over my long breweries. Maybe. If you're watching on YouTube and Twitter, you like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. What else? Give me some tickers. What did you make money on? Lighter up 20%. I know. PANW earnings right now. I'm 2x leverage. Are you a crypto guy or no, Tyler? We'll look at it. Touched on Palantir longs. I closed it for a small loss. PNW ripping right now. Bitcoin short. PNW beats Cybers. Okay. No, you're not. How'd you find me? That's awesome. That's not a crypto ticker show. I could tell. PANW. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Micron has 10x my port. Like your 10x long. Bought MRVL at market open. I think I found your local AI coin, but I'm not filled yet. Is it VVV? Oh my god, VVV is ripping. Check Echo leaderboard. People have millions on Lab. I will actually look at that. Heard you from Twitter and love watching the stream while leaving work. That's awesome. Copper long Bitcoin shorts in 79. Congrats. Does anyone want to claim some clout for shorting Bitcoin? It's like the dark arts, but in a weird way today, I felt like stress washed out of my system as I watched Bitcoin just candle down today. I felt like just like a I don't even know what I felt today. RCat, welcome. First chatter. Bitcoin short was obvious. Yeah, maybe. I'm just not a short seller. I don't like to short. I had a convo with Mando about shorting today. I asked him the same question. He said, I don't short. He said, you can't make enough money shorting. He said, you can't make enough money shorting. How much spot BTC you hold port-wise? I mean, I've been trading really well, so it's going down. I've been trading very well, so my network's been going up, and Bitcoin's been going down. At this point, it's probably like 15%, brother. 15% of my net worth. It was as high as 90 at the top. It was as high as 90 at the top. Michael Burry. Yeah, the only guy who has ever made money shorting, they made a fucking movie about him, and Christian Bale got to play him. Think about that. The only guy that's ever made money shorting markets, Christian Bale played him in a fucking movie. Think about that. And that's not a reason you should be short selling. So, anyways, Kobe tweet. What do you got? Oh, we'll look at that in a minute. That lab thing. Let us show this tweet to start the market open. Duality, man, the algo's getting pretty good nowadays. Loaded up on puts his company is trash, and then threadguy tweet. Jensen says going to one show and you're selling. Do you think you're smarter than Jensen? Do you think you know more than Jensen? Do you have more money than Jensen? Higher IQ? No? Okay, so what are you doing? That's about MRVL, of course, which we will talk about very shortly. On that note, the market just closed. It was a little bit of a wild close. There's some volatility in all markets. Right now, the SPX comes in at $7,609. That is up 0.13% on the daily. Okay, up 0.13% on the daily. It did technically make a new all-time high today, but it was relatively weak. The Kospi South Korean index is up 0.15%. The NASDAQ 100 is strong, and it's strong after hours. It is up 1 whole percentage point. The Dow, the DJI, is up 0.5% today. The Russell 2000 is up 1.25. The QQQ is up 0.5. We had a return to meme today. Return to mean, where the SOX semi index is up 5.7%. And the IGV is down 3%. IGV is down 3%. It's got like a little bit of a rip after hours. We're going to look at some of these earnings names. DNAP, if I go through, if you don't mind giving me an update on what earnings are coming in so we can cover them. Also, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter and you would like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. I still think the IGV looks good. And I think people want software, but I think that there is just a mass rotation to anything that is not getting the AI pump is getting discarded. And I'm going to talk about that as it relates to Bitcoin. What do you think about crypto going into the future? Is it going to be normalized among streamers? Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about crypto a little bit today for sure. All right, let's get into crypto to start. First and foremost, Bitcoin is 67,000. It posted a low print today of about 66.6, and it's horrifying. I think Bitcoin is some combination of quantum risk. Justin Drake put out a piece today. The reason I say quantum risk is Zcash outperformance feels notable. Quantum risk, Sailor selling and unwinding, and more than anything, I think it's just general capitulation. Rage, close, capitulation on Bitcoin. It is. I think it's rage capitulation, and I don't think we're done. I think new lows are back on the table here. Not saying it's going to happen, but it wouldn't take much to get us below 60. I think more than anything, this is rage capitulation. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to give you a quick anecdote real quick for the crypto people in the chat. If you're a stock guy here, hang tight. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, you want to chat, twitch.tv/stockguy. Okay, I I wanted to. Oh, I didn't even tweet that we're live on Twitter. Fuck me. Let me tweet that we're live real quick. I wanted. Okay, Andrew. I'm interviewing Andrew Kang in like what? A day or two. I'm interviewing Andrew Kang, and I wanted to listen to an old Andrew Kang, and I knew that he had done Up Only before, and so I went to Up Only, and I was gonna listen to the Kang, but there's like the only episode he did, there was like, fuck, I have like annoying ass not. There was like 7 or 8 people on the. It was Kang, it was Van Spencer, it was Ledger, it was Kobe, and it was Light Crypto. And so Kang doesn't talk very much in it, and so I wanted to listen to it. There wasn't that much good stuff to listen to, and so there was a separate episode with Light Crypto that I wanted to listen to that I never got to listen to, and I said, fuck it, I'll listen to it. And so I boot up this interview, and it's from July 2021. July 2021, Light Crypto. And I was posting about this in the pit today, if you're in my Telegram. And it was kind of unbelievable, the parallels of this interview to where we are right now, the things that they were saying. One of the first things they say is they crack a joke about how ETH is the same price it was 2 years ago. One of the second things they talk about is Kobe says, Bitcoin price action and sentiment right now is the worst I can ever remember it in my career in crypto. Third thing he says, Ledger makes a comment, and he's like, there's no buyers. I don't know who's ever going to bid Bitcoin. There's no flows. Why is there no flows? There's no bidders on Bitcoin. One of the 4 things they talk about are how altcoins are worthless. No one's ever going to build alts. Why would you buy alts when you could buy stocks? And it's like the same commentary that we slosh back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I think if you're like really sad about the Bitcoin thing, I would actually recommend going in and listening to it. Not because it's going to make you feel better, but it might make you feel like heard, some level of solace. It's just the same story over and over and over again. And mind you, that was pre-FTX. That wasn't post. That was pre-FTX. So I'm just saying, like, if you feel miserable about it as it relates to Bitcoin specifically, it was July 2021. No, it was July 2022. Yeah. It was July 2022. Still pre-FTX, though. I think it was July 2022. It's this 4 years ago.
Is a no-brainer. People.
What's the actual July? No, it's July 21. It was July 21. If you look on the Bitcoin chart, like July 21 is. Yeah, so look, we were down here. It was basically this. It was in this range. And then you got the scammiest double top ever. You basically ripped it up 2x. You got the worst double top ever. And then we collapse. FTX happens. And then we're dead for a while. And then we get this crazy run. And now we are stuck in a pretty bleak land. I don't have anything optimistic for you to say about Bitcoin right now. I'm going to be honest. I have nothing optimistic to say. I still hold. I'm pretty like ready to sell it. Not because I don't think it's going to do well. I still think Bitcoin is the greatest asset of all time, but it's just, I think more than anything, the reason for these outflows in Bitcoin is opportunity cost. It just is. It's opportunity cost. It is opportunity cost. And if you are not in a stock or in an asset that's making new highs, you're looking at all the ones that are, and you feel like shit. And so we're not going to spend that much time on Bitcoin till later in the stream, but the opportunity cost is pretty brutal. So that's Bitcoin. Now, there are some positives. Number one, I think Hyperliquid looks pretty good. Its outperformance today was unbelievable, and then it's since gotten a little bit weak. When it was at 74 almost, and Bitcoin was getting destroyed, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And it still looks good. I mean, it's $70, $71 right now. I think it's pretty obvious the hype decoupling has already happened, but it's still going to struggle when Bitcoin is just like cliffing in a straight line. It makes it very hard for anything to do. It's just like general liquidity suck when all the money is going to Bitcoin dumping. But I don't find myself too worried about Bitcoin here as it relates to hype. So obviously I have a fairly large hype position at the moment that I'm keeping open. Second is Zcash performance today was extremely notable. This makes me think quantum plays some role I just feel bad for FaZe Lacey. Oh my god. 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 Oh my god.
Sold all
Mizkiff is in shock after Lacey put all of his money into Bitcoin. Crypto Grit, thanks for the raid.
his personal assets to put every dollar of his name into Bitcoin.
Recently,
This is just like this is a fair. This is either a fair bottom signal or a top signal in hindsight. This is a rough clip. This is a brutal clip. This is a really brutal clip. I mean, what is this? Mizkiff is like shocked at Lacey making a bad trade, and Lacey has like 4 eyebrow slits and the cardigan on. This is a rough one.
put all my money and I have taken it and put it into Bitcoin. Yes, that's right. I'm telling y'all right now, I know things. I can
Put the bear bricks in the background.
predict the future. I can predict the market. And Bitcoin is going to have a boom soon.
Bitcoin, huh? Lacey
This is an unbelievable clip. This is May 26th. If you flick on the daily chart real quick, just because it's relevant. Wow. I don't even know how he did it, actually. That was top tick. That was right here. Unbelievable, really. But I guess in hindsight, yeah, you did tell me on the day of this clip, and I said nah, because I'm like, there's no way it could get worse, but it is what it is. All right, Hyperliquid, we talked about it. The reason I think there's some quantum fear, yeah, we'll get to S&P chart in a minute. The reason I think there's some quantum fear is George Bussy, thanks for the gifted. The flows into Zcash today was pretty abnormal. I mean, this is the highest volume day Zcash has put in since like $250. It's up like 10% while Bitcoin's down a lot. Matt, thanks for the gifted. Here's a volume chart. Here's the 3-month volume chart of Zeke. It's crazy. And so it's impressive. I had a Zcash position that I opened at 345, maybe. Shortly after I sold. And then today when I saw this PA going on, we'll get to lighter at the end. We usually do like alts at the end, but I do my crypto majors at the beginning. I saw this outperformance happening. Honestly, on this candle right here, and I'm like, yeah, I sold my Palantir long that I had open just because I don't know Trump beta, and I just slammed it into Zcash. And so I'm fairly long Zcash. I'm very long hype. I'm pretty long Zcash, and I have a big position open in VVV, which we're finally gonna do the segment today. I swear we're gonna do it. I really want to do it. PewDiePie made a local AI model. I think this is one of the biggest narratives in the world right now. I think this is one of the biggest narratives in the world. Everyone's going to be talking about it. We've been talking about it. And you guys in the chat were like, hey, retard, just buy VVV. And so I did, and it's been trading pretty well. This yellow line is a buy order I have set to basically double my position. And I think we're off to the races if we get there. The problem is we have to deal with this fucking slop, fuckery, cuckery in the middle. But Bitcoin being heavy gives opportunity for there to be edge in the market. So that is our alts. We'll get to the rest of the alts later. Real quick, other majors. ETH is horrid, 1,900, and Solana is $75. Is anyone here bold enough to be buying Sol or ETH? I am not even sure what I would say to you. We'll get to Victoria's Secret. That's an entire segment. We're going to do a Victoria's Secret segment. We're going to do the short seller in jail. We're going to do AMC. We're going to do MRVL. We have a bunch of segments today. I mean, local bottom for Sol is probably 67. No pun intended. That'd be hilarious. But Sol is rough. I mean, I don't know. Zoom out. I would imagine we're bottomed in, but somewhere between 67 and like 51 or 2. But Sol is in a brutal spot. All right. Metals Chads. No, I've not talked about MRVL yet, but that's one I'm going to talk about in depth when I get there. Metals Chads. Number 1 is silver. Structurally uninteresting to me unless we can find a way to get above $90. Until then, not interested. Up 0.5% today. Gold. Flat as well. I think it looks pretty mid. No real juice. There's only so much liquidity in the market to pump so many things. This is uninteresting. The one that I like and have been liking is copper. And I said, I drew this squiggle. Look at my squiggle now. Look at my squiggle. I guess I drew it on the daily. Look at my squiggle. I said, squiggle up and then rip. And I said, if it broke back above this yellow level, I really like it. Now, I have not taken a position. I have too many bags at the moment. It's hard to focus on all of these positions. And I think the volume is a little weak on copper. But this is a entry. This is a level I feel like we've been monitoring on the stream for a while. And it just smacked it. Third tap. And it's kind of making a go for it. Are you in copper? Yes or no? Who's in copper? Genuinely curious. Long, short. Took profit. Is anyone in copper? I like it. Blackberry going crazy. We'll get there. Copper Inu. Come on, man. I like copper. Monero, nothing. Bond yields are down and flat. 30-year down a little bit. 10-year is flat. And the 2-year is up a little bit. Uranium is up as well. This is a cursed asset, though. You never really want to see this thing pump because it doesn't look great when it does. And then stretch. 96. $96 on stretch. The whole sale. I think people are just afraid of the Sailor Ponzi right now as a whole. VIX down 2% today, which is nice. And then the Ansem Souls finally making a go for it. It's up 5% today. Looks good. It's up 5% today. Ansem Souls. All right. Energy. Crude oil. 93.60 a barrel, up 1.5%. Brent oil, 95.3 a barrel, up 0.8%. I have first-hand account information to tell me that the barnacle fear is real. Is anyone in this stream, say your name loud and proud, brave enough to be long oil, the God's nectar, right about now? Say it loud, say it proud. If you're right, I will bring you endless riches. If you're wrong, I will name and shame you for the rest of your life. It's the highest risk, highest reward trade in the world. And you should put your dick on the table if you are. No. Just fill up the gas tank. So yeah, I'm long. What's the Barnacle Company ticker? We'll get there. I actually forget what it's called. We should look at it though. Somebody remind me what that's called. We'll get there in a minute. I'm gearing up for it, but I'm afraid of my mental. Axo Noble, yes. Here it is. Wait. Here it is. It is up. What is COG OL? It is up today. Not much, though. It's up 0.6% today. It's up 0.6% today. Not much. Defense. Palantir down with the rest of the IGV. Down 5.5%. I closed it for a small loss. Unfortunate, but I piled it into Zcash, which is up a little bit. And then everything else is red. Raytheon, Lockheed, Northrop is all red on defense. All right. Time to talk what everybody wants to fucking talk. Let's talk AI, semis, bottlenecks, photonics, TPUs, GPUs, CPUs, HBMs, LBMs, cybersecurity, little bit of SaaS, Jensen. Let's talk all of it. First and foremost, leader on my chart is Sive, up 60 fucking %. Serenity, I deleted your watch list yesterday and I take it back. I didn't mean it. I apologize. You deserve some clout. AOSL, hold on, D-Gills. All right, we're gonna spend some time on this. Number 2, MRVL. This is now my child. Okay, we'll spend some more time on it in a little bit, but I have a pretty big MRVL position open. It's not like huge. I'm gonna be honest. I pussied out. It should be huge. It's not huge. I have a pretty big MRVL position open. So last night, By the way, D Gills deserves some clout. That guy's been fucking on a runner. This is one of my favorite trades I've ever made. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm pretty upset I didn't pig this thing for more. I should have pigged it for more. I didn't pig it for more. I pussied out a little bit because I assumed everybody else knew something that I didn't know, and that's the biggest mistake I think you can make in the market, is assuming everybody else knows some shit you don't know. Nobody knows anything. And so I'm sitting here last night, and it was what time? It was pretty late. It was like 10 p.m. Maybe it was later, 11:30. I'm getting ready to go to bed. And, you know, I'm just doing my daily, nightly, like, rereading of Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, just my daily, like, study session, whatever. And I get this ping on my phone that Jensen, the CEO of NVIDIA, has declared MRVL the next $1 trillion stock. And I'm like, what? And so I click it, and I watch this.
How you doing?
That's a huge stage.
Good to
That's
see-
on a long way.
Are you out of breath? You okay? I know. Let's fire up. Good to see you.
Anonymous with the 200 gifted. What the fuck is that? This brother bought Marvell too. What do you mean anonymous? Come on, brother. Thank you for the 200 gifted. That's fucking insane. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. Congrats on a great kickoff yesterday, GTC. You guys are off to the races this week.
Thank you.
Look, maybe you heard some of what I just said. So we're talking about connectivity today.
The next $1 trillion company, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it together. Let's do it together.
What? Out of nowhere. Mind you, he cuts him off to say that. He cuts him off to say that. And so I didn't see this clip. I just saw the headline. And I opened Hyperliquid. I'll show you exactly what I did. I opened Hyperliquid because I'll tell you, it's one of my favorite trades ever. I opened Hyperliquid and I click Marvell. And mind you, I'm about to go to bed. I'm kind of out of it. I click Marvell and it's like right here. I'll show you exactly what I did. It's right here. And I open this chart and I see this and I'm like, fuck, it already pumped. And I close my computer. And then 15 seconds later, I have notifications on for Jukon, who makes this exact tweet. With an A. Yeah. I have notifications on for Jukon from Citrini, who tweets, no, not this. What does he tweet? This. He goes, Jensen just said to Matt, the next $1 trillion company, Marvell, ? I got this ping, and I'm like, wait. I smack myself in the face. What the fuck am I doing? Open the keys back up. First thing I did, I clicked on TradingView. I look at this. It says $191 billion. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I come back here, and I just start slamming this thing, bro. I didn't bid it as hard as I should have, but I think I got 155. I just start bidding. Got like 3 or 4 clips in. Watch it go up, and then watch it go down. And I'm sitting here I'm laying in bed right here. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, dude, is this not I'm like, what's wrong? Why? This is like the freest, easiest, simplest, dumbest left brain trade ever. This is like the freest trade ever. Ever. Like, we've pumped way more for less. Also, everybody knows what a Trump KOL show can go to. What does a Jensen KOL show go to? The only comp we have is like CoreWeave, right? And I'm sitting here staring at this, and I'm like, I should buy way more of this. I should buy way more of this. And I don't buy way more of it. And so then I go to bed. And I wake up, and it's like right here. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? How is this not high? Is everyone retarded? What's going on here? How is this not higher? This should be higher. How is this not higher? And it like ripped, pre-market, and then pre-market leg down, leg down, leg down, leg down, leg down, leg down. I'm sitting here. It's back to my entry. And I'm like, how? I think it's going to just rip at market open. And I don't buy anymore. Look, I had a good amount. I have it on 4x leverage. I felt pretty good about it, but I could have like really pigged out on this because it felt so fucking free. This is the type of trade I like live for. This is the type of trade that I live for other people telling me about. This type of trade I live for other people telling me about. Other people come on the stream and they tell me about this type of trade, and I'm just like, I just like freak out. It's like an out of body experience. This is the type of trade I live for other people telling me about. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, I should just pig this thing out. But then I'm looking at crypto and like Bitcoin is down. And I'm like, I have all this. I'm so exposed to Hyperliquid, and I'm so exposed to like all this shit. I'm like, I'm good. And so I don't add. And then the market opens and I'm fucking stuck at physical therapy. And of course, it's just leg. So it's turned into a sick trade, dude. I'm up like many. I can check my like HyperDash thing. I'm up many percentages on this thing. I mean, it's up like 75. No, I fly to Mexico. Part of the reason I'm late on these trades is I gotta fly to fucking different countries to trade at HL. It's up like 75%. It's up 75%. It's like a multi 5-figure trade. I'm pretty hyped about it. It could have been a monster. It could have been like a monster. Because it was just like, bro, it was just sitting there. I mean, it was just, look, there's free money opportunities on the floor. This happens. There are free money opportunities on the floor. Okay, this happens. But I mean, this one was just sitting there. And I was so confused because I didn't want to like go around telling people about it because I'm like, it's not going up. Like what? I didn't like run into Malcolm's room and like tell Malcolm to buy it. I didn't like run to the pit, tell people in the pit to buy it because I'm just like, who is this anonymous gifter with the 69 gifted, bro? Thank you. This brother bought MRVL too. It might be D Gills. I don't even know. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But thank you for the gifted. I didn't want to go into the pit and start like sounding the fucking church bells to buy this because I'm like, I don't know. Am I stupid? Like, I haven't traded stocks that well. I don't really know that much about stocks. I'm like, am I missing something here? And so I bought enough. It's never enough, right? I don't think you can ever actually be happy with P. There's no such thing as being happy with P&L unless you got lucky. In which case you shouldn't be happy because you got lucky. So I don't think I could ever be satisfied with a P&L, but this one a little bit. I'm like, it should be more. But I'm happy I took it because I never take these type. I don't never take these type of trades, but these are the type of trades I invite people on the stream to talk about. Like if someone binked MRVL for 7 figs, like this is the type of trade Cordy binks for 7 figs, and then I'm like, Cordy, come on the stream and talk about it. And I'm like, no, this is my trade. This is what I do. I do this. This is my game. I don't get AI bottlenecks, but I get fucking KOL shills. I get KOL motion. Okay? And so we took it, we binked it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting and I'm not holding anything. Just sitting on it, holding it, not doing anything. Bubble Boy's bear posting, but we'll get there when we get there to the rest of the MRVL section. D Gills, thanks for the 50 gifted. What's your ticker? Let's have a little dick swinging contest on subs right now. What's your ticker, D Gills? Thank you for the 50 gifted, bro. Also, come back on the stream, man. AOSL. He binked HP as well. All right, let's take a look. Let's add to the list, actually. 1.3 billion. Oh, brother. He's going Leopold Aschenbrenner mode. Make 8 figures on Intel. We're ripping $1 billion stocks now. Let's add to the list, though. AOSL. It's up 21% today. What do they do? Do we even care what they do? Should we just buy it? Engage in design, development, supply of power, semiconductor products for computing, consumer electronics, communication, and industrial applications. I don't even care what they do, to be honest. AOSL added to the list. Chart looks sick. Thank you, Mr. Gills, for letting us know. But anyways, to finish on MRVL, it's at $300. I mean, it's unbelievable chart. I'm hyped about this trade, man. I am. I'm genuinely hyped about this trade. So that is MRVL. Space with a nice recovery today. ASTS I own perps. I don't even own it. I own perps on Hyperliquid. ASCS up 11.2% today. Cerebrus finally. Green Day up 11%. Robo Strategy up 11% as well. Andrew Kang, who I will be interviewing on Thursday. If you have any questions, feel free to rip them in the pit. I'll make sure to get to them. Bloom Energy with a sick day up 11%. Greg, what's good, brother? Blackberry is a monster. There's who's the crypto guy that's shilling this thing really hard? Pentoshi. It's been shilling this for a while. Nah, you're good, brother. Is up 6%. QCOM is up 5%. ASML, new all-time high. That is up 5%. Broadcom, which I asked ChatGPT, what's the best comp to MRVL? And it said Broadcom, which is a $2.2 trillion stock. Crazy. But Broadcom with a ripper. Nokia is up 4%. It is officially up 5.3% since OX Kyle called it the next ripper in stocks. And you like to see that. Apple, new all-time high at 315. It's up 3%. Micron is well up 3%. Officially up 104% since Air Mask came on Twitter and publicly full ported, which is wild. Yes, I do use ChatGPT over Claude. I don't really know why. I just was told it was better, so I am a sheep that listens to the field. IBM is up 3%. AMD up 2.5%. Tesla up 2%. Rocket Lab up 1%. Biggest losers today. NVIDIA had a weird day. NVIDIA had a very weird day. Look at it. 15-minute NVIDIA. This thing off the open got as high as 230. Closes down 1%. Redwire Space down 0.5%. We're gonna get to Victoria's Secret at the end. I have a segment of Victoria's Secret actually. Meta down 0.5%. Intel down 1.2%. It is not definitively under the 115 Trump P&L screenshot level. Oracle down 1.5%. Greg, are you still long and strong? Amazon down 2%. Fly down 2%. SanDisk down 2.5%. Google down 4% on news. They diluted $80 billion, I believe 2% of outstanding shares. $80 billion in dilution for Google. I think they sold a lot at $350 to Berkshire. $350, I believe, was the price that they sold these shares at. So we'll see how this plays out. Microsoft down 4.5%. Salesforce down 4%. So Sash just got crushed. Salesforce down 4%. Adobe down 4.5%. Dell down 6%. Snowflake down 7%. And at the bottom, AOSL, Alpha and Omega Semiconductor Limited. Word TD. Gills is up 21% on the day. Quick crypto check-in. Not great. Hyperliquid under 70. Bitcoin 67. Zcash 590. VVV looks good. All right, some of our consumers, SaaS, Neos, everything in between. Holy fuck, Pusa, bro. Pusa. Chats. The golf course, the golf club turned drone company that's owned by Donald Trump Jr. that's secretly getting a grant for like $1 billion that nobody knows about that's only worth $100 million. It's up 34% today. What the fuck? Look at this fucking chart. Look at this hourly on this thing. What the fuck? Did anyone enter this? That is unbelievable. Caterpillar up 5%. Texas Instruments up 5%. Rivian 2%. Ferrari 1.3%. What are the biggest losers? Swatch Group up 1.3%. Ooh, Sweetgreen got cooked. Sweetgreen is down 12% today. Where are my sweet men? My sweet green men. It's now up 24.22% since Chris Camillo came on my stream and shilled Sweet Green for the first time. Figma down 10%. Strategy. Michael Saylor, where are you? Down 9%. Reddit down 5%. Shopify down 6%. DoorDash down 5%. Coinbase down 5%. SoFi down 5%. Lululemon down 4%. Roblox down 4%. Robinhood down 3%. GameStop down 2%. We checked in on the Barnacle Company You asked me to check in on Cloudflare, which we can do. What were the other fun stocks we had yesterday? Was there anything else I need to check in? Cloudflare up 1. SPCE, thank you. Looked at yesterday. Oh my god. This is bizarre. That's fucking gnarly. Down SPCE space stock is down 40%. Let's do the Trump quantum port. So IBM is down. We looked at that. Or it was up 3% today, down a little bit after hours. IONQ is up 3%. GFS is in the Trump port, is up 5%. And then D-Wave is QBTS is also in there, is up 2.5. Oh, Rigetti too. Thank you. Rigetti as well is up 5. Altcoins, crypto altcoins. All right. First and foremost, lighter. Honestly, sick. Biggest volume day in a while. I mean, high volume breakout. 155 and strong as shit. You like to see that. I really do like to see that. I really, really, really do like to see that. Why is Lighter up 20%? Probably because Hyperliquid's up like 100% in the last couple weeks. Something like high beta. Zcash is up. Chip is up a little bit. Athena is barely up on news of a Coinbase partnership. I mean, this is pathetic, really. Not pathetic, but it's, you know. VVV is up. I hold. Near is up 1. Chart looks good. And then everything else is just disgusting. Kinetic got destroyed. Everyone was begging me to show Kinetic yesterday. Got destroyed. Barachain, who cares? Pump down 9%. It did get the Rhino shill, but I don't think that that's really going to be. That's obviously not going to be enough on its own to do anything meaningful and or significant. Mana down 8. Oof. God. Ton fully retraced the Pavel pump, which is disgusting. BMB retraced its whole pump. There's like 4 coins, guys. Every time we try to get cute, if you're gonna trade crypto, you gotta trade like 3 coins and ignore everything else, because you can't let yourself get caught in this when there's so many opportunities in the market. I mean, this is scary, really. There's 3 coins here, and Bitcoin holds on for absolute. It could have been a local bottom here, maybe. Looks local bottom E. Get us back to 69 or something, but who really cares? GitLab earnings. GitLab earnings. Nice. Down 5% intraday, but after 7.5 after hours. By the way, I saw a commercial yesterday for Panera. What the fuck happened? What happened to Panera? Remember when Panera was like kind of like a cool place to eat lunch? I feel like I used to rip Panera often. That was like a cool place to eat. Like it wasn't like the nicest place ever, but like that was a good like date spot. It's like, I'm gonna go rip like a Red Bull at Panera. That was like a good spot. On chain real quick. Number 1, cards 48. Like when I was in high school, I was going on dates to Panera often. Yeah. But even single since middle school. This coin is definitely cursed. Someone died from their lemonade. Last thing I heard about Panera. What? Panera lemonade death. Oh my god, it had 400 milligrams of caffeine. Dude, you remember when Four Locos used to have like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine? They were like 20% alcohol proof, and they had like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. It was like a Red Bull and like moonshine in the same. It was like a little bit before my era, but I remember like hearing war stories about it. That OG recipe was fucking unbelievable. Cards and then everything else on chain is just kind of a disaster. Asteroid is cooked. Sorry, Quant. Utia is cooked. Banker is decent. Octra, wow, not bad. Knock, also not bad. And TCG had a sick day, but got retraced pretty hard. I'll look at useless last but not least. I've heard good things about Octra. I like the team. Just because they're like cool on Twitter. I don't really know them very well. And that is where useless closes 100 mil. All right. Any final tickers you want me to look at before we get into some segments? We have some fun stuff to talk about. We got some arrests to cover. We got some Victoria's Secret lingerie to cover. We got a lot. We sort of looked at lighter already. We kind of looked at lighter. Oh, PANW. Thank you. Oh, Palo Alto Networks. This is the fucking Burry stock. Dog. Oh my God. From Mythos release, it's now up 96%. Dude, this is the cybersecurity stock, right? Oh my God, guys. Michael Burry deserves some credit, by the way. Kevin Guy from X was all in that. Don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. Oh my God. He's all in the 2x one. Just ruined my day, actually. Oh my God. This fucking guy, man. Respect. Nice trade, dude. Nice trade, Kevin. This fucking guy is all in the 2x leverage one. This motherfucker, man. Nice trade, brother. You can't take it from him. You can't knock him. All right, we're going to do the quickest war and oil update of all time. The quickest war and oil update of all time. I'll give you a check-in on the hyperliquid pairs because that's what I like the most. $93 on WTI. $95 on Brent. A tweet I really like from Unemployed Capital Allocator. This guy rocks. He's a SAS bull, though, so be careful. But he says, this is not commentary on oil price or what it might do. I actually buy the whole people might be too complacent. We're in a serious whole argument. But the absolute confidence, certainty, and arrogance coming out of the usual suspects in the energy space is absolutely incredible, especially given how wrong they've been in the past. Where does this come from? How do you get fucked around this many times and still have that much confidence? It's breathtaking. This is basically my sentiment as well, which is like, I think there probably have some merit to stand on that we are too complacent. And at some point we are going to have to deal with this. We will have to probably deal with this at the rate things are going. But where do you get off deserving to sound so confident in these calls that have just been wrong? They've been wrong for months at this stage. They've absolutely been wrong for months at this stage. So you need a sub. Someone give this brother a sub. The only story I think worth rehashing as it relates to war and oil. Let's see if I can get it to load. No, I can't get it to load. It's private. It's from Axios. But there basically was this leak that came out from Axios that says, quote, what the fuck are you doing? Trump lit into Netanyahu over the Lebanon bombing. Thank you, Caleb. You're the GOAT. There was supposed to be like U.S. was backing off, negotiating. I don't even know what the details are anymore, but Israel lit into Lebanon. Trump says, what the fuck are you doing? Trump lit into Lebanon Trump lit into Netanyahu over the Lebanon bombing. Followed by, you're fucking crazy. You would be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everyone hates you now. Everyone hates Israel because of this. The thing about this leak that's so unbelievable to me is that Trump runs Axios. Like, Trump is in charge of Axios, and they're absolutely are approving everything that comes out of Axios that relates to Trump. And so how does this relationship work? Like, does he get like advice where it's like, okay, it's time to like publicly rip into Netanyahu, and so they message Axios and are like, post this story? It's crazy. I mean, that's weird. That is nuts. Is that how this go? Is that what the relationship is between the two? I don't really know how it goes, but I thought it was fake. Yeah, when I first saw this, I thought it was completely fake. And so Axios has also reported the war being over like 30 times in the last 3 or so months. I mean, Axios has like probably ran the story. Axios is probably responsible for more money changing hands than any in the last 2 months than any news outlet's best year ever. It's pretty crazy. And so I don't know what yeah, I mean, dude, they've reported the war being over like 20 times, 30 times. I don't even know at this point. Ceasefire 20 times, 30 times. And you know that they're all approved by Trump. And so I always just like wonder, how does the relationship work? Like, does he call Axios and say, run this story, run it this way, talk about it this way? Like, because who's getting this leak? There's not like, I can't imagine there's some like mole in the White House from Axios that's like secretly reporting on a phone call he overheard in the Oval Office from next door, like through the walls. Like, obviously that's not happening. So what the fuck is happening exactly? I don't know. But that was a crazy story that was run by Axios. So there's tons of leaks in politics. Yeah, but like the Trump Netanyahu phone call, I don't feel like is getting reported to Axios. That one feels like pretty sensitive to me. All right, we're gonna skip some of the market stuff, and I want to start by running this story to you, which is basically the only public bear in America right now, founder of Citron Research, was just put in jail for being a short seller. And it's kind of a crazy story. It's sort of a crazy story before we get to Victoria's Secret, AMC, everything in between. It's kind of a crazy story. I've kind of like not followed it super closely yet, but like the only short seller in the market was just fucking put in prison. And you're a bear right now, which is unfathomable to me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get up real quick. I'm going to fill up my water. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And when I am back, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fucking lot to talk about. Strap in, get your coffee, get your shit ready for watching on YouTube and Twitter. And you like to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. Nothing. We don't miss anything. We do not miss anything. If there's something happening in the markets, we're talking about it on stream. Let's fucking worst music ever. Excuse me? That's Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, brother. Yo, I do web design and programming shit on the side. Coming up with a counterparty website redesign. We'll send the tele. Bet if you're actually lit, maybe we'll fucking contract you to do some work. By the way, MRVL 302. 302 on MRVL. Oh my, this is actually turning into a mod. I could have made so much. I'll give it a look. Chill in the spam though. Chill in the spam. I could have oh my god, I could have really done it with this one. It's still a sick trade if you have my HL, but okay, you know what? Because of this, let's real quick before we do the jail segment, I want to just read you a tweet. This is a really good tweet. Almost universally, these types of market upcycles favor those with the fewest priors. Basically, the least amount of experience you have, the more prepared you are to trade this up-only market. And the only exception is if you're a crypto trader. Truly. The area of the market that we've now entered is super uniquely positioned for first cyclers to trade well because it's up only, and so you have no proxy on like this is overvalued, this is like euphoric means nothing to you because like what stock market only goes up. Euphoria means nothing to you. And then if you're a crypto trader, because a KOL basically this is the equivalent of a KOL just shilled a meme coin and it went up 40% in a day. I mean, MRVL was like a multi-$100 billion stock. It's up 32% intraday and 5% after hours because of a KOL call. And we're definitely there now. If there was ever a time where it was like fundamentals have been thrown out the window and mimetic traders dominate, it's right now. I mean, this thing is like, this is insane, really. I'm not showing it. I really don't mean to give anyone here FOMO, and I'm probably a net seller here relatively soon. But this is, I mean, this is nuts. It's like fucking $304. It closed yesterday. It closed yesterday at 220. I mean, that's insane. That's a crazy move. I thought about it as you probably exit halfway to a trillion, like 500 Bs you exit, $400, something like this. Maybe early. I probably am out earlier. Also, if my crypto port gets wrecked, then I'm uniquely forced to be a seller earlier to cover losses. But yeah, it's pretty unbelievable how that thing is moving right now. And so I wanted to read you that tweet. Anyways, let's cover this story because this is a wild one. Guys, Andrew, his name is Andrew Left. That was confusing me. I kept saying Andrew like left. I'm like, what does that mean? Andrew Left, the founder of Citron Research, is going to jail. The guy used X to move share prices and make $20 million. He also tried short. By the way, this is what I think is so funny about this. Everyone gets into like cheeky jabs on the thing he tried to short that was theirs. Amit got his in. He also tried shorting Palantir and posting on X to get people to short with him. Well, that didn't work. When people ask me why I don't post about these sub 500 million market cap or low float stocks, this is why. I can't believe some people here with big followings post about these names if they don't realize they can absolutely move the stock. Worse is when they post about the stock going up as if they weren't the ones that moved it. Are you begging for the SEC to come visit you? You don't mess with the SEC. And so in the report, it says he used media appearances in his company to illegally influence share prices and make quick profits, known as shorting. Basically, it's legal. It's basically legal if you are a bull, and it's illegal if you're a bear. I want to watch like 3 minutes of this explainer video just setting it up, and then we're going to talk about Victoria's Secret.
I'm your host, Richard Coffin. Just shy of 2 months ago, we put out a video on this channel about what constitutes market manipulation. At the time, there had been a lot of discussion.
Also, remember that space stock that got pumped the other day, that $100 million space stock we talked about? Was that SPC? I don't think so.
Around key
Type of shit that gets you a knock on your door.
skill, also known as Roaring Kitty, or the big personality
Let's
behind
watch a
the
couple minutes of
GameStop meme stock movement, and whether he was using his online influence to manipulate the stock price. With the video sort of ending on the note of, unless there's further evidence brought forward here, there's not much of a case for market manipulation. Well, now we have allegations of actual market manipulation, and once you know it, it's not Keith Gill on the hook for this, but rather a short seller, and not just any short seller, but Andrew Left of Citron Research, who you might know is a prominent investor who is actively speaking out against Keith Gill, releasing a number of tweets, showing up for interviews, and even at one point being brought on air to comment and watch the live stream of Roaring Kitty's return. With Andrew ultimately arguing that Keith Gill was misusing his influence to manipulate the stock price, and even going so far as to suggest that he had made
The deep irony here, of course, is that this gentleman was accused of using his Twitter to influence stock prices. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, the president of the free world, the leader of the United States of America, gets on Twitter and tweets ticker Palantir, followed by everybody should go out and buy a Dell, followed by I think IBM is a great stock and the CEO is going to make the price go up in the immediate future. It's legitimately only a crime if you're short.
maybe been receiving payments or was otherwise backed by big money. But in an ironic twist of the story, Andrew himself has now been charged with both an SEC civil case as well as a criminal indictment where he faces up to 25 years in prison for market manipulation. Well, the case is arguing that not only did Andrew Left make false statements to try and manipulate stock prices, but that he himself was being paid by hedge funds for some of his coverage, something that he actively tried to hide. And as you would expect with Andrew Left having previously been short on GameStop and having criticized Keith Gill and the meme stock movement for their impact on stocks, some in the meme stock movement have been having quite the field day with this news. But I want to cover this story today because A, it's a good follow-up to the first story, especially given that if we're going to talk about possible market manipulation, talk about the actual allegations that occurred, but also B, it's just a really ridiculous case altogether. I've personally been pretty critical of the meme stock rally and the hype and promise around it, but holy tamale, Andrew really didn't do himself or short sellers any favors here. He really did put himself out there as the archetypical meme stock villain, with him allegedly saying things like, these retail holders are nervous, we will hit them, candy from a baby when talking about how easy it is to make money from retail traders, we can destroy Kron in reference to a specific ticker, and when talking about Canadian stock that he was trying to manipulate, saying, quote, Canadians so gullible, very, which... what the hell, man? So for today's video, I've read through both the SEC civil case and the indictment so that you don't have to, and I'll highlight the main points and what's being alleged here. But before hopping into that, let's start with some context around who Andrew Left is. If you haven't heard of him before, he's the main guy behind
I just want to watch this. I want to get his background real quick, and we'll get off.
Research and, by extension, Citron Capital. With the former putting itself out there as an independent securities research publisher, meaning that they provide recommendations on publicly traded stocks, and the latter being essentially a hedge fund where money was actually being managed. And through Citron Research, Andrew Left is known for making pretty fiery and aggressive short seller reports and recommendations on different stocks, using language like uninvestable, all hype, and even calling Twitter at one point the Harvey Weinstein of social media. And this type of language and seeming conviction seemed to earn him quite the reputation, with him making many appearances on CNBC, Fox Business, and Bloomberg TV. Now, what's interesting about short sellers like Andrew Left is that they often have this reputation of releasing these sort of bombshell reports where they make tall allegations against a publicly traded company. And at times, these can be incredibly useful, such as with Hindenburg's research on Nikola Motors, where they effectively revealed that the company was faking its EV technologies.
This is crazy. I've heard this story is nuts.
Because of the large impact these sort of bombshell reports can have on the stock price, and because the short seller looks to benefit from the stock price falling, we do have a history of short sellers who have abused their market presence and otherwise campaigned to try and spread the information that a stock was headed towards zero. Now, according to the cases, this isn't actually the first time Andrew has run into trouble. Back in 1998, he was actually sanctioned by the National Futures Association for making false and misleading statements to customers, and in 2016, he was barred by the Hong Kong Futures and Securities Commission for 5 years. Albeit with the latter in his defense, that was seemingly just because...
All right, that's a fair video. That's mainly what I wanted to see.
Ripped off for a little bit.
Let's hear him for a second.
Yeah, I had a bad 48 hours. I think I have no problem saying this. I probably lost more money on Tilray than I think they've spent on R&D since inception. So, you know, really, or I maybe lost more than the revenues for the quarter. But that's that's yesterday. It's in the rearview mirror.
Why are you so short?
This, like I said with Tesla, if the premise changes, you go. Tilray went public 6 months ago at $18 a share. 18. It's only gotten worse. The landscape of it. Where's it now? $103 a share. That's a joke. I mean, it's.
Guy just looks fishy. Someone said this on our stand-up call.
This is not a stock. It is a.
Tilray. Let's see if he was right. What's the date on this? 7 years ago. Whoa. Tilray Brands. Well, it appears he was right. What's the price here? $103. It's $5 a share. Oh my God, he was fucking right. He does have some Jordan Belfort ass physiognomy, though. I'm not gonna lie.
What's unfortunate is that it's getting this much.
But it's crazy they threw this brother in jail. I round trip Tilray in 2021. Yeah, I mean, the craziest part about this to me is that the allegation is he used Twitter to manipulate stock prices. Meanwhile, you have this, bro. It is crazy. You have this. And so the only takeaway you can make is that the crime is being bearish. I mean, what more do you want to feel like they're going to just force the market up? The crime is being a bear, not the manipulation aspect. Notice they're not going after Serenity. It's the short seller guy. MRVL Mandigos says, wow, this thing's a monster, bro. 305. Why are you not selling here? I don't know. He said a trillion. I'm not actually going to be able to hold it to a trillion, but they're just doing retarded shit to every stock. I had no exposure to any AI stuff. I finally have some exposure. So sell half here. Yeah, but it's like guy that doesn't that has none is trying to convince me to sell half. You know? Also, that's a doomer post, Saru. Unfortunately, that's a doomer post. That is a doomer post. All right, couple market things, and then it is time for us to talk about. It is time for us to talk about Victoria's Secret, which is a really fun one. All right, first and foremost, this is an insane coverage here. Samsung and SK Hynix just got their bonuses, employees. And this is the luxury sales near their campuses. Jewelry sales up 146% year over year. Watches up 85% year over year. Overall luxury up 53% year over year. Is insane. What's like LVMH doing? Certainly not. No. What's the stock for this? Wonder if LeBron hadn't seen this stock. Oh, it's down bad. Oh, also my Li Ning thing did not happen. I was thinking this was gonna go up because I signed Steph Curry, and it just did not happen at all. But then I looked into it and I saw that Steph Curry did $100 million in revenue for Under Armour last year, and Li Ning did like $5 billion in rev. And so I thought about it and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna do much, I don't think. What's the Curry vid? What vid? This?
Is set. This is bigger than a shoe deal, bigger than the signature series. This
I see the
partnership of a lifetime.
It's crazy though.
The future of Curry brand.
That guy signs with Lenovo and it goes up 45%, and then Steph Curry signs with $6 billion Li Ning and it's down on the daily. I don't get it.
And will be powered by a company truly rooted in sports and innovation.
I don't get it. Wait, no, this he says. I thought this was for sure gonna rip it.
Lead vehicle's gonna be a security vehicle. You and I, Steph,
But here, as a member of the Curry brand family, means the world to me. All the love there is and having Curry.
Now watch the beginning. You said.
Quick.
Cool. 双闪，双闪，双闪，请双闪。关窗户，关窗户，关窗户。好，我们进酒店，进酒店，好好好。
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
你看，你停下。走走走走走。
Holy shit. Dude, how does this not...
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh my god. I don't know. I think they're gonna sell a lot of fucking product. Also, everyone has to buy it. Steph lining for the first time. Everyone already got the Under Armours if you wanted them. You got to buy it for the first time, right? And so I don't know. I would imagine that would bring some pop product. Also, why is GME up 10% after hours? What just happened? What's good, Mando? MRVL men. Mando, you in or no? Why is GME up 10%? Whoa, they approved $2 billion share repurchase through June 2nd. $2 billion. That's like 20% of the market cap, isn't it? What's the market cap of GME? Is low. $2 billion buyback. It's a 10. That's 20% buyback. That's insane. You know, so no eBay, I assume. Oh, yeah, facts. That too. It also makes you look at like what Hyperliquid does with their buybacks and think to yourself, oh my God, you know? Makes you really like take it in for a second, really think about it for a second. That's wild. Shout out to eBay on that. All right. My favorite stock in the market right now, other than MRVL, is Victoria's Secret. Had an absolute fucking ripper. Their earnings came back and they crushed. Just crushed earnings. And they changed their stock ticker to what? They changed it to yeah, VSXY. And we're back into Victoria. They basically just killed the woke. It's what they did. Look at this thing. Does he have price discovery on the old ticker? Or no? Do we not have price discovery on the old one? Wait, the problem is on the sexy, we don't really have price discovery. It makes it a little bit weird, I suppose. But regardless, this thing is up. The price charts are weird. Let me try what is the Yahoo Finance thing? Let me try like the Yahoo thing. Hold on. VSCO. Yeah, I'll just use Google. Fuck it. VSCO chart. Here you go. Yahoo Finance. Who owns Yahoo, by the way? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, this is so ugly. 5-year. About like 1 year. Yeah, it got a fucking rip pop. These charts are rough. But it got a complete rip pop. It's up 40. It was up 47% today on Victoria's Secret. Which, by the way, I don't know. I talk to a decent amount of women in my day-to-day life. I haven't heard that much about Victoria's Secret in the last like 3-4 years. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't know if y'all have. Yes or no with your wives, girlfriends, all of this. Is Victoria's Secret back or no? I don't ever hear about Victoria's Secret, and I don't ever hear about Lululemon. Ever. I don't hear about either of them, bro. Ever. It's back. I don't hear about it ever. Skims, yeah, I hear about Skims all the time. I see Skims. I feel like I see Skims everywhere. Also, they got Skims in like every rap song has got Skims this, Skims that, Skims this, Skims that. Zero Hedge posted an article and says, let's see, Skims got Kim K. Shares of Victoria's Secret surged a mind-boggling 40% in the U.S. morning cash section after the bras and lingerie retailer. Zero Hedge is the worst, bro. Sometimes. Retailer delivered stronger than expected first quarter, boosted its outlook, and shows signs of a turnaround plan in motion. Net sales rose 15% to $1.56 billion in the first quarter, beating guidance, while comparable sales increased 13%, signaling that CEO Hillary Super's turnaround plan is gaining traction as product innovation, stronger regular price selling, and renewed brand momentum drive shoppers back into stores and online. There is the looks maxing trend, and there's also GLP-1s, bro. Everybody's skinny now. Interesting double side effect of looks maxing I never thought about. Everybody's skinny again. Think about it. Everyone is skinny. Everyone's in good shape. Everyone is like ready to like rock underwear and shit. I did not really consider this at all. Everyone takes Ozempic, bro. Management lifted its 2026 outlook. We're super confident in the trajectory of the business. Let's see what else. Crazy. 41%. Highest price since 2021. Who is the CEO of Victoria's Secret? Victoria's Secret CEO. Interesting. If you take Ozempic, I don't ever want to talk to you again. I think taking Ozempic is better than being fat. Sorry. Hillary Super. She took over role in September 2024. Let's see anything else. Yeah, they did the woke thing like Victoria's Secret, I remember, got like crazy backlash during 2020, 2021. That'll be absent from Super and the management team's commentary was any discussion of a potential GLP-1 tailwind. With nearly 20 million women taking, 20 million women reportedly taking medications such as Ozempic, Wegovy, or Zepbound, the weight loss wave could be creating a new driver in demand as consumers refresh their wardrobes and feel more comfortable with their physiques. This is an interesting one. The GLP-1 tailwind is not something I actually considered as a real thing. Oh my God, it's at 315, bro. Dude, the Jensen motion is unbelievable. Look at this fucking thing. We're about to bank 100%er. I can't really sell it though. The problem is I'm so overweight crypto right now, which is just brutal. We got to figure out what to do with some of these coins. Hyperliquid is weak. Zcash strong. VVV also really strong. Okay. That is Victoria's Secret. Second, who in the stream is long AMC? I'm really fired up about AMC right now. Like, genuinely excited about AMC at the moment, which is a crazy thought. The idea of it is so good. Okay. Number one is there's this like general trend towards IRL maxing. Like, people want to go IRL and do stuff. There isn't that many things to do IRL. You can go to the bar, nobody drinks. You can go to sports games, they're so expensive. You could like golf, I guess, but Zoomers don't golf. You could go play sports, but no one works out anymore. They just take GLP-1s. And so you run out of options. There's not that many things to do. The movies are such a clean spot to do. And so number one, you have the tailwinds from the IRL maxing. Those are like kind of like a cheap thing to do. Like if you have the pass or whatever, like it's expensive if you're buying food, but who buys food? You sneak food at movies, obviously. You're obviously sneaking food at movies. So you sneak the food, you bring in like, you buy a drink there maybe. You sneak the food, you bring some popcorn, you bring some like candy, whatever. You get the little movie pass where you watch it for free. And it's such a sick hangout spot. Also, I think we're in the middle of a reshuffling of Hollywood right now and what it takes to make a popular movie. I watched the A-Track video, which maybe we'll watch it at some point, but I don't think we're going to watch it today. And he basically walks through the story of the creator of Backrooms and the creator of Obsession. And the formula, like up until this point over the last like 5-10 years of Hollywood movies is that everybody wants to watch familiar franchises. Everybody wants to watch Disney. Everybody wants to watch Star Wars. Everybody wants to watch the things that they already know, love, and understand. I strongly disagree with that. Okay. The narrative violation to that is like the existence of YouTube, right? Think about how many new creators people watch, how many new streamers people watch, how many new videos people watch for the first time just because it's an interesting video, not because you're like a subscriber. Like, honestly, the narrative violation of people want to watch repeating franchises is the immersion of the social feed and the death of the follower or the subscriber, right? You don't really subscribe to people anymore. You just see the shit on your feed that you want to see. And so you get these two crazy outlier events, which is number one, watch this stat. Obsession is the first horror movie to have increased box office performance 3 weeks in a row since the movie Jaws, brother. Jaws. 1978. It's the first movie to have improved box office sales 3 weeks in a row as a horror movie since the movie Jaws, 1978. I haven't seen a single ad for Obsession. I haven't seen a single ad. I also don't watch horror movies. I'm going to watch Obsession. I'm desperate to see it. I hate horror movies. I'm desperate to see it. Okay? It was made by a fucking YouTuber. It was made by a YouTuber for under $1 million. And then the second one was Backrooms. Had a $10 million budget. John Coogan from TV Pan put this out. Had a Backrooms had a $10 million budget, and it opened $118 million worldwide, brother. 10x day one. Obsession had like a 750K budget. It did 150 mil day one. And so, yeah, it feels long overdue, but 2026 has really become the year that Hollywood and YouTube finally found a way to work together in perfect harmony. The Oscars will be officially streamed on YouTube in 2029, and by then the trends that really broke out in 2026 will be even more undeniable. So Kane Parsons' Backrooms opened with 81 million. Curry Barker's Obsession hit 104 million. Highest grossing domestic release ever for Focus Features. Cost $1 million. And Markiplier's Iron Lung. I never seen this. I think this is one of the first ones. Reported a $3 million production budget and opened to about 18.2 million domestically before ultimately grossing 41 million, 51 worldwide. So what's different is that the filmmakers have shown a type of creativity and risk-taking that underlies so many Hollywood successes. They aren't just big influencers with millions of casual fans. Up next, we have two similar projects potentially in the works. One is from Wesley Wang. Does anyone know Wesley Wang? Who went viral for a non-horror YouTube short film called Nothing Except Everything. They're making a Skibbity toilet movie. Is that true? Oh my God. Oh my God. Actively in development by Studio Invisible Narratives, spearheaded by director Michael Bay and former Paramount Pictures president Adam Goodman. Who's Michael Bay? Holy fuck. Dude, this is going to be massive. Oh my God, MRVL. Dude, that's going to be massive. Oh, he did Transformers. Nice. Nice. I mean, that is incredible. Skibbity Toilet is making a movie. There will be other unpredictable breakouts in the coming years, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hollywood executives climbing through obscure YouTube playlists for new gems. And so, I don't know. It feels pretty obvious to me that you see something work once, and then you Chinese capitalism. Something works, and then you just steal the playbook and run it back. You're about to see a lot of YouTubers get funded. A lot of them get funded. And this AMC stock is like, I mean, look at this thing. Has nothing to do with AI. Maybe it could catch some AI tailwinds on the consumer side. Whatever, but it's a $1.3 billion stock. I mean, it's like the most, I mean, the chart is completely ruined because of the meme stock era. Chart's ruined. But I don't know. It's kind of a fun little trade. I almost thought about buying some spot, which I don't do for anything. I almost thought about buying some spot of this. ABC Entertainment saw the highest attendance since May 2019, bro. I'm going to upset chat. Did you, yes or no? Did you watch either one? Yes or no? Did you watch either one? Because I also went to watch Marty Supreme, brother. I went to watch Marty Supreme, dog. Which was unbelievably good. Marty was so good. I don't care what you say. Marty was so fucking good. Anyways, Marty was great. I'm a character guy. I care more about characters than plot. So you give me a good character. You give me a Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen, and I'm in. You know what I mean? You give me a you give me a Khal Drogo, the Dothraki, and I'm all in. Okay, I'm all in. So, anyways, that is Victoria's Secret. That is AMC. Two like old names that are fucking getting some love. Here's MRVL, which I'm not gonna rehash. Let's just watch the video one more time, just because the video's lit. Let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it one more time. Just for fun.
How you doing?
That's a huge stage.
Good to
That's
see-
on a long way.
Are you out of breath? You okay?
You think he's trolling or no?
I know. Let's fire up. Good to see you.
大家好。
There you go. Yeah. Congrats on
I'd be nervous as fuck if I'm the CEO on this.
a great kickoff yesterday. GTC. You guys are off to the races this week.
Thank you.
Also, I feel like GTC is every week.
Look, maybe you heard some of what I just said. So we're talking about connectivity today.
The next $1 trillion company, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it together.
Yeah, so what am I going to do with it? I don't really know. I'm just going to sit here, I guess, on MRVL and let it trade. I'm familiar with buying KOL shills, so I'm just going to let it trade and see what happens. I mean, he didn't like write an activist thesis, but the performance of it, I mean, the market, the takeaway here is the market is desperate for anything. The market is desperate for anything that could bring flows, bring excitement, bring juice. Any stamp, any justification. We're in a crypto market, ladies and gentlemen, in stocks. And so wherever you could find some level of edge, it's there for you to take and to run with. And the market probably does not know something that you don't. What am I looking at? That was my mistake, is I had an opportunity to be a pig. I didn't take it, but you can't be upset about it. So that is MRVL. Let us talk really quickly about Google first and foremost. Let's bang through this just to cover it really quick. Is Google's parent Alphabet on Monday announced a plan to issue $80 billion in equity to finance enormous capital expenditures tied to the artificial intelligence race. And so this is kind of crazy. Like, Google just diluted by 2%. The market did not love it today. The market did not love it that Google did this. People have very mixed opinions about this. The market didn't love it. Google was down 4% today. I believe they issued these shares at $350. So a couple percentage points away from here. And one of the things that was fascinating from this Google dilution is that Warren Buffett's Berkshire, I think, underwrote like 10 billion of the 80 billion, and they did it at 350. And so the way that I know Warren Buffett is sit in cash, wait for everybody to panic, and rip bottoms. Buy insurance companies, buy Coca-Cola, buy boring, lame, slow growth, value stuff at super cheap, justifiable valuations at the bottom. Well, he's gone. And one of the first things they do is rip $10 billion at Google, basically all-time high at no discount. And so I think that that was the most significant action that just happened with this Google dilution, is that Berkshire, like these people, everyone is, I mean, I think they have $400 billion in cash right now, the most cash they've ever had. And so they just gave up, none of it, peanuts, to ape into, I gave like 4% of their cash on hand to buy Google at like basically no discount from current market value right now. But the thing of it that's still significant is the FOMO, like FOMO twop. That's not a thing that they do. And I know Warren's gone, but that's not a thing that they do. And they come out and they just fucking slam. And so an obvious takeaway from this is like, okay, Google gets $80 billion snap call to spend on CapEx build out. And you could think about like longing Google, but then we can also think about longing all the beneficiaries of the CapEx. Like Amit was talking about this. I like to take is like everyone that works with Google, everyone Google contracts. There's just more money to go around, more contracts, more raises, more money, more financing, more funds gonna fly around like fucking hotcakes. It feels like the obvious takeaway from this. AI races entered a new era. Google has the luxury of funding the compute build out with public equity, which puts it a notch above every AI company that can't. Smart timing. Sell the equity before OpenAI and Anthropic go public and compete for the same AI infra capital. I am a long-term Google bull, but with their FCF cash pile, I find this a bit odd. I think another thing you have to think about is like the idea that every other mag will do the same thing. Like Microsoft will do it. Maybe Meta won't do it because they don't have the same like, wow, copper. Strong. They don't have like the same spend, but is everybody else going to follow suit and dilute Microsoft, a bunch of these names, and follow the Google playbook here? I don't know, but it is interesting to see. And it's pretty sick that it's Berkshire that's buying it. $10 billion. At basically this price, you could buy it at price. Like you could buy it here. It's at market value right now. 350 they bought. 350. Does anyone here have a Google position? I know Mando loves it. Does anyone else have a Google position? Long, short, anything in between. Also, speaking of who has a position, yeah, 220 average, nice. Speaking of who has a position, you haven't checked in on our friends in a minute. Is this Garrett bullish? Damn. Where's Kyle Soska now to chirp at me about Zcash? That's unbelievable. That does not, by the way, it does not make me happy. The reason it doesn't make me happy is he was long Bitcoin. He should have gone the other way. Long Zcash, short Bitcoin. This is a crazy. You know what's fucked about this trade, by the way, is it was a pretty good trade that he put on. It really was. He put on a pretty good trade, and at one point, it was performing unbelievably well. He got cucked in the Bitcoin long, though, really bad. And honestly, it was a decent pair trade. It was. It's just, you got to just pair against selling Bitcoin, I think, every time. He was up on both sides for a little bit. Like, at first, this played pretty well. I just don't see a scenario where Bitcoin trades well and Zeke underperforms, like red. But this is a crazy one. This is what you get for long. Bitcoin longers just get punished, man. So there's Garrett bullish, and then I guess there's Loracle here. Damn, it's on 4.5 mil. The hype thing is mostly closed. New positions are open. Oh, here's a Zeke long up a mil. Nice. Ton long up a quarter. Aster long down a quarter. Near long up 5K. Hype long. Oh, it's a long. Down 50K. Hype long. Wow. That's how they're positioned. Interesting, for sure. Yeah, Aster is a weird one. I don't know what the Aster one is exactly. Dude, I have a buy order on VVV for right here. I'm like so scared to let it hit though. I don't really want to let it hit, dude. I'm like so nervous about it. I don't really want to let it hit because we have fucking Bitcoin, dude. I don't really want to let it hit, to be honest. Why buy up current price? Because it's a breakout, you know? It's like it rips this with volume, and I'm like ready to fucking play ball. I also have a Zcash long ready to get hit at 640, I think. So we'll see what happens on both of those. In other news, talking about a little bit crypto today. All right, we have this quantum paper come out by Justin Drake today. And I'm not going to read this thing. Did anyone read this? Yes or no? I'm not gonna, let's just skim it, to be honest. I think my quick understanding of what he is saying in this article is that Google paper is really bad. There's a 50% chance of Q-Day by 2032, 50% Q-Day quantum breaks encryption. And I can't exactly tell you what, why, or how, but it's happening, and nobody's really prepared for this. Is basically what's being said in this article, if I am not mistaken. But he talks about how on March 31st, the Google Quantum AI team published a landmark result on Shor's algorithm for elliptic curve cryptography. Technically, the paper was a bombshell, 10x improvement for over state of the art as a stunt and a wake up call to the blockchain space. The optimizations were kept secret, hidden behind a ZK proof. The accompanying blog post mentioned Google engaged with the U.S. government. The co-author of the paper witnessed some of the context surrounding the censorship. The context doesn't sit well with me. I believe the general public ought to know more. I'm limited in my ability to whistleblow. But let me be clear. The Google team's professionalism has been absolutely exemplary, and they deserve nothing but praise. Let's start with the rediscovery. 2 months after Google's paper, French quantum expert Andre cracks the main secret optimization. His paper lands on the archive today. The world expert on Shore optimization revealed that he'd been sitting on this very optimization for a whole year under censorship pressure. 30% 1 minute candle on BB. Wait, we'll come back. Hold on. Oh my God. Wow. MRVL, BB. We'll come back. Wait, let me finish. I just want to skim this real quick. Lab down 30% last minute. What is lab? What is lab? I don't even know what this is. Where's Stock Traders, guys? Scam coin at 20 billion. Got it. My conclusion. Oh, it's the Kobe thing. The tech is real, very real. Even Google recently decided to start a neutral atom lab, and a little pivot from the sole focus on superconducting qubits. If you care about Q-Day, i.e. the quantum computer will break the first piece of cryptography in production, neutral atoms demand your attention. Okay, here's what we want. So let me attempt to partially fill the silence, similar to what Scott Aronson did in his April 29th post. Given everything I know, including scary, non-public information, I now put the odds of Q-Day by 2032 at 50%. Oh my God. Yeah. That is ridiculously high. Coin flip by 32. Coin flip in 6 years. That quantum computing breaks cryptography. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I would declare a problem. The thing that's like ironic about it and a little bit frustrating, I would say, is that crypto traders, especially the Bitcoin maximalists, come out and they declare it not to be that big of a deal because it's 5 years out. But the problem is you can't underwrite any of this. You can't buy Bitcoin spot knowing that there's a 50% chance it's worthless in 5 years. Like no, there's no way to win that battle. You cannot win that battle. And so the market is going to force Sailor and these other Bitcoin guys to deal with this now. Maybe it's for the better. But the reason I think quantum is part of the Bitcoin dump today is Zcash up 13%, and it looks nuts. It looks unbelievable, really. Zcash looks insane. This volume on this volume is gross. Zcash looks crazy, and Zcash being up 13 while Bitcoin's down 5 screams the quantum thing matters, I think. Because all the other alts are not doing all that much. Hyperliquid's down 6 today. It's red as fuck. Hyperliquid's down 6. ETH, Solana, everything's destroyed. Near is up 5, and then VVV is up 4. And Zcash is the obvious winner. So it's very interesting how the PA has shaken out, and that paper is scary. The problem is I don't know enough about quantum to really give you like in-depth takes on where it's headed, but I can just follow the popular articles, and it says 50% coin flip of Q day by 2032 is actually terrifying. So, all right. There's a bunch of stuff we can talk about as it relates to crypto, but I want to talk about VVV. I want to talk about local AI, and I want to talk about PewDiePie, and then we'll do some Bitcoin after. You know I like VVV. You know I'm excited about this narrative of local AI. I think it's going to be huge. I think it's important. And PewDiePie, who's like maybe the biggest YouTuber of all time, has pivoted to be an AI researcher over the last year. Not a joke. He's taken it very seriously, and he just released a local like private AI model, and it's fucking interesting. And I want to talk about it. So I'm gonna get up real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds, and when I come back, let's talk about PewDiePie. Of a song. What an absolutely incredible song. Rap is back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how more explicitly I can say it. Market bubble. Now loading. Eric Voorhees, founder of Venice, Thursday, June 4th. Let's go. Finally, man. I wanted to hear that last week. I wanted to hear that thing last week. Finally, man. All right. I want to watch this. IRL trade pit hosted by TJ. That'd be so sick. I want to just like watch this PewDiePie video. I don't know how much of it. I don't know how good of a video it is. I'm gonna assume it's good because it's PewDiePie. He's fucking like the GOAT. But let's watch it and maybe we'll skim this article. I think it's gonna be a huge narrative. Everybody wants to run local AI because you have the security concerns. I'm sure at some point it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a breach of OpenAI logs, of Anthropic logs, of Claude logs, of Gemini logs, something like this. It's gonna be, if that does happen at any point, it's gonna be a huge deal. Second, I think there's just like general aversion where people are particularly personal with their AI relative to their Google search trends and what they talk about, like what they're searching on the internet. And three, I think there's like a lot of professions that you can't like, I know if you're like a lawyer, you can't put proprietary information into your you can't use ChatGPT. Like I have some lawyer friends that are like, I can't use this shit. But if you're running some sort of local private model, there's workarounds potentially. It makes it interesting. All of UV's private inferences through Near. Is that really true? Also, someone asked if I've talked about MRVL. I have, and yes, I'm very long. From like 250, I think. I'll mark it just for. So that's crazy, Mando. You really like Near, huh? You really like it. Yeah, I agree. Even if there's not a leak. And so, anyways, we've been talking about this for a couple weeks, and it's picking up some steam as a narrative. What's good, T-Stock? It's picking up some steam as a narrative, and then PewDiePie just came out and launched this thing, and I don't know. I want to watch it. We talk about a lot of like serious stuff all the time. This is serious, but it's like a little bit fun. I really want to talk about this or watch this that I haven't watched yet. So let's watch 5 minutes to see if it's good, and maybe we'll keep going.
I am releasing a project I've been working on for myself today called Odysseus. Google, I don't have tissues, but I have baby wipes. No more smuggling. Adobe, more like do not be no. No, that's not right.
It's like Kobe x Udi.
I do be thinking you. Fuck! You get the point. Stupid. Odysseus is my response. It is out. It is free. No tracking. No subscriptions. No funny business. It's yours and yours forever. Okay? Pinky promise. The best way I can describe it is that Odysseus is an AI workspace. Doesn't sound interesting? Fine. But let me explain.
Basically, it's Claude and ChatGPT's web UI, but self-hosted. So you get access to all of it, but better.
Because
it's pretty fucking sick.
One thing be crystal clear, okay? I hate everything in this project. All of it. If it could go away forever and I had the power to, I would not hesitate. We live in a world that, you know what, it doesn't matter. We live in the world. I'll end there. The best way I can describe this is to explain how it came to be. When I started self-hosting, I started to try and self-host AI. And to me, that felt so powerful. Like I'm living in some sci-fi universe and this is all on my computer? That's crazy. The point is, you realize the model that you can run at home are amazing. The problem is the way you interact with the model, okay? Because at the time, I was trying to self-host the UI for it to get the same experience as I was paying my subscriptions for. And I realized all these things that sort of come together and make this an amazing experience was completely missing. Where's my memory? Where's my deep research? What about the agent? What about all these simple integrations like webhooks? I spent like 2 days trying to integrate that. So that's why I started to build my own. And I thought it was funny as a meme. I'm like, look, the computer is building the computer. Because I was making it code itself. It's a bit of a lark. I shared that on this channel. In fact, my council thing became a whole thing.
I remember this when he built the... Oh my God, I forgot about that.
I don't know why. It's hidden somewhere in the code, by the way. If you want to dig it up, that's fine. I never thought I would actually release this project, but at some point I'm like, this is getting kind of good. I prefer this. This is better now. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Because I realized something very important. The more you share about yourself with AI, the better it becomes. The more it understands you, your preferences, your past experiences, your workflow, your work, your documents, your computer. The more you give it access, the better it works. But the more you do that, the more you're handing over a huge piece of yourself to all these giant
local AI, bro, private AI. It's a huge narrative. I fucking love it.
tech companies. And that's a huge trust that you're handing over, okay? And unless you go to their website and find the specific page where you can delete all your data, and then just hoping they actually do it, you probably shouldn't do that. So that's why I realized like this project just makes more and more sense. I built it for self-hosting, but you can use it with API as well and use any model you want, obviously. And at that point, at least you own your own data. All your data is yours as it should be. And maybe you don't care about any of this stuff, that's fine. It's still just a great experience, to be honest. And I'll share why now. So here's the thing. I built Odysseus because I believe in privacy and self-hosting. All these companies, it may not seem like a big thing, and I agree. It's not like, oh no, all this private stuff, all these secrets. It's not even about that. It's about the principle. If maybe you don't care about your private data, the reality.
Privacy in a silo, it's just the narrative of the 2030s, I think. It's just gonna be, man. Near Zcat, whatever your expression is, it's just gonna be.
The reality is, these companies abuse it. Your private info, your address, your phone number, your relatives, a scary level of information is stored about you and it's traded between companies. If you get spam phone calls, it's likely that your data has been taken by it and sold to these companies to try and scam you or sell you stuff. They can open credit cards in your names, and it's like, hey, look at me, I'm big tech right now. Oh no! Oh, we leaked everyone's data again. Oh no! Anyway, you just clearly can't trust them with it. So that's why Odysseus and self-hosting just makes sense. But what about all the data that is already out there? What about that? That's where today's sponsor comes in, Incogni. Because the good news is,
sick ad read.
That it's and you let them get to work. Looking at your Incogni/PewDiePie, thank you Incogni. First of all, it has an agent, obviously.
Let's give it a couple
I never
minutes.
thought I would be able to integrate an agent, but I literally just stole OpenCode. OpenCode is really good. If you never used an agent before, it's basically giving AI the opportunity. You give AI the chance to run on your computer. So you can download files, run files, create files, edit files, browse the web, all this stuff. As an example, yesterday I had a video file that I wanted to transcribe so I could work on it. I said, hey, can you transcribe this video file? It found the file on my other computer. It converted the file format. It ran Whisper to transcribe the audio, and then it shared the transcription back to me. And that's a medium difficult level task for an agent, I would say. It is incredible what they can do now, even on your own computer. It's funny, I read a book that I reviewed on this channel years ago, before all this nonsense happened. The scientist, Max Tegmark, he brought up this like hypothetical doomsday AI scenario, and it sounds exactly like an AI agent. So I know what you're thinking, let's go quicker! The agent is self-evolving, so it might find it a little difficult the first time you do a task, but then it will write itself its own instruction, so next time it can do it much quicker. It also extracts memories from your conversation, so the more you use it, the more it will become nice to engage with Odysseus, the more it will understand you. It's kind of jarring to look at your memories, because it's such a personal thing. Yeah, this is all true. I'm glad I'm the one who owns this file, and not all these other tech companies, you know what I mean? It really paints a picture how much information, how easily they can gather stuff from you, just from basic AI queries. Hey, emails. I suck at emails. I've always sucked at emails. I hate emails. Let me share with you a memory I have, and maybe you can relate. It was probably like 10 years ago. I was on a trip in Japan.
I don't use email. Chat, you use email every day? I don't use email. I have to be forced. I have to claw down and like forced to answer my emails.
On holiday, and I got an email from my accountant saying, we need your signature on this file. We need it by tomorrow, and if you don't do it in time, there's gonna be a penalty for you to pay. Great. Fantastic. What an amazing accountant. I remember what I thought at the time. I thought, wow, great thing that I check my email so frequently. That's what I thought. That's a thought that no one should ever think. What the fuck? No, we should not live like this. It's fucking insanity. So I made it so the AI will read your emails, and it's okay because it's a local AI, so it doesn't matter. You're not giving away any information. And it flags if it's urgent. It tells me I can do whatever I want the whole week, and I feel like it's time to reply to emails, I reply to emails. That's at least how I want to live. And yes, I built an email client. I didn't want to, but it was just easier. Example number 2, okay? I got an email not too long ago where someone asked me something so stupid. It really solidified why I added this feature, which is AI auto reply. Someone asked me that they could have done themselves. It was literally just, you had all the information, you just needed to do a basic search. Because this agent has auto reply, it had already done the search and written the reply. So all I had to do was click auto reply.
Like, I want a local AI. I want to run my shit local. I genuinely do. Maybe I should actually try. I should try VV. I should try it. I know.
Review it. Yeah, it was correct. Send. And it felt like the most polite fuck you to someone that they will never know. Because I don't think AI should write your emails. But sometimes, yeah, it's pretty nice actually. I take it back. There's also like basic summary and all that stuff that just makes it a little easier. Am I the only one with these problems? I feel like I'm the only one with this problem. I cannot be the only one with this problem. Is this how we want to live? This comes with deep research. This is a feature that a lot of AI companies will sell their product to. They're like, hey, pay for our subscription and look, you can get as much reaches as you want. I asked friends if they use AI research and they're like, oh, fuck. Why not? It's awesome. If I'm gonna buy a product, I don't want to look through a bunch of stuff online. Boring. AI, you do it. I stole this, as I mentioned, from Chinese lab. It was Tongyi Labs, by the way. But I also now have improved on it a lot. It has a visual version for it. You can chat about the result, inquire further from there. I feel like if there's ever more extra info that you need about something, it's a really nice way to get that information. Number 3, document editor. It can write files for you, do the work.
I don't want AI to do, if I take this piece here,
It can write emails, code, PDFs,
and a fancy dog.
It can even sign documents. I don't know if that's a good idea, but here you can. It's actually a really nice workflow because let's say you're working on something like you're writing and you want to look something up. Instead of having to tab out and look and Google or whatever. No, you don't do that. You can just ask the model to look it up. It also comes with search built in. Search for AI can actually cost a lot of money. So the fact that it's free, we don't have to talk about how it did that because Google might not like it, but it is free and it's private. I hate sounding so suspicious, but I genuinely think, I don't know. Here's the best kicker. It has a calendar. It has to-do notes. I literally just copy-pasted Google Keep. But it is good, okay? You can also, of course, create your own characters to chat with. My favorite, Gobblino. What a guy.
Should I just like start using this?
You can even create a group chat with them. I created this and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is fucking sad. Why am I making fake group chats? Jesus Christ, well, it's there and it works, you know? But it has so much more. Because I'm an epic minimalist, everything is in one place. I don't have to think about trying to integrate it with other fucking things. It's just one place and it works. So I recommend checking it out. Is that it? Oh fuck, I forgot. Cookbook. It has cookbook.
Alright, I think we're good.
I feel like which is also serves adding the full or models of self-hosting. That is a lie, but it makes it a heckling. I don't know after, or was it model or models? Why doesn't either fucking work? It just adds it automatically. I don't have to think about it. It solves all the pain of self-hosting. That is a lie, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Oh, it also has image editor. That's right. I decided that was a good idea. I've been trying to replace Photoshop, and I have to be honest, I have not found the solution. I thought GIMP was it for sure, but my decrepit old brain is too far gone, okay? All the key commands, all the locations are too far ingrained in my brain after using this software for 20 fucking years daily. I am building my own Photoshop. I will do it, okay? And it's already in it's in a good enough state, okay? And I'm not gonna
We did talk about Quantum. I didn't cover it well, but I did cover it.
pretend like it's good, but it's better. It's good enough. It's got ink paint. Background removal. I know, Adobe probably already has this now, but I used to use the path tool every day. Hey, I'm gonna make a thumbnail, I gotta make the path tool all the way around. Oh, I could just click a button now. That's cool. Now, it might seem like there's a lot of stuff going on, and I agree. But that's what makes it all come together so nicely. I can ask it, hey, can you do this? Maybe like summarize my emails, give me an update on my calendar, and just tickle me at 7 a.m. every Monday. It will do it. If I wanted to blub like a fish, it blubs like a fish. Oh, it has themes as well. Oh, now I got you. The point is, oh, this is yours. And I want it to feel like yours too. And I'm releasing it because I want you to help me keep building it. The war on big tech has just begun. We will no longer be abused. This project will never cost any money. That's my return, okay? But you have to make meaningful changes, not just comma doctors, okay? It also works on mobile, which was hell to make feel good. But it's actually pretty good, actually. I just want it to be good because I'm using it personally myself. And now...
So, Tubby Video, what he did is sick. It's actually insane that he's capable of doing this. Sick video. PewDiePie's the GOAT. And I am pretty hype about decentralized AI, local AI, decentralized compute. Like, I don't know. I want exposure to all. I want exposure to it. Like, who's building it? Who's working on it? Genuinely, who's working on it? I want to invest in you. I want to buy your coin. I want to buy your stock. I want to whatever. But it's cool to see PewDiePie talk about it because it's just going to go huge. Like, it's going to be a massive narrative, I believe. I think it already sort of is. I think it has a lot of catalysts baked in to make it a bigger narrative, which unfortunately are rather dark if we did get to that point. But I think the VVV one is very interesting. I like how much Mando likes Nier, to be honest, because I think just as much as like a local AI is a big narrative, privacy is also like going to be a huge narrative of the next however long. What do I even try? Like, I don't even know. What is it? Nier protocol? Nier is the open infrastructure powering the agent economy. Nier unifies liquidity across 35 chains, keeps execution and inference confidential, and scales with 1 million TPS. Ugh, this is like fucking my eyes. Swap on Nier. How does it work? Everything you do is private. Create a deal, set your terms, share a link. Both sides exactly what was agreed. Enforced by smart contracts, no intermediaries required. I don't have a wallet on this computer. I got to do it separately later. Real world assets. Under the hood. Near protocol. Near intense. Near AI. Interesting. I suppose I will try this and come back to you for tomorrow's stream when we do get there. In fact. All right. We got some Bitcoin stuff. Our Rhea, Viblet, rare mythical chat. We got some Bitcoin stuff. I find myself hoping for an outcome like this at this stage as our best case scenario, which is that, is it possible that Bitcoin could go down and chop and leg down and chop and leg down and chop, while alts could make new highs? You need more stories such as this one for that to happen. I'm not necessarily convinced it's possible. It really just depends on how ugly Bitcoin gets. If it goes in a straight line, it's tough. We go with it. If it goes slowly, it just cucks some breakouts on alts, but it does not stop the inevitable. And so it's very unfortunate we're in the situation, but we have to sort of like figure out what our narrative is going to be. Like, could these 4 coins that matter rip and go high and hard and catch flows, even if Bitcoin goes down in a straight line? My brain says yes, my body says no. But I'm positioned as yes. I'm positioned that this is our best outcome here and very possible. And I suppose we're going to see what happens. Now, I'm a little bit scared for what happens when Sailor sells $1 billion. I am a little bit scared. Hyped down because of what? What is this? This is old, right? Community rewards on HL Eco. Well, I'll come back to that. I'll take a look at it off stream. I guess the question is, what happens when Sailor sells $1 billion? Like, did we already get the dump from Sailor, and then it's just a matter of like, can the market take it? Do you get more psychological follow through on puking PA if Sailor sells $500 million worth of Bitcoin, $1 billion worth of Bitcoin? It's really unclear at the moment.
Confusion.
There's a decent clip here we could watch from the big guy himself.
In the market about where the dividend.
What is this from? This is a couple months old, I think.
Dividends come from. You know, how do we pay the dividend? And for most of the history of the instrument, we sold common equity, MSTR equity, to pay the dividend. MSTR equity is a derivative of Bitcoin. It normally trades at a premium to Bitcoin. And so we were selling a Bitcoin derivative. But some people worried that we wouldn't be able to sell the equity in the future. And then there are short narratives that we have to sell the equity. And then there are other narratives that the company won't sell its Bitcoin. And that kind of metastasized to, well, if they're not going to sell their Bitcoin, it must not have any value, and they can never sell it. And if they can't sell it, then we can't count the Bitcoin as an asset on the balance sheet. So if you had $65 billion worth of something and people wanted to value it at 0, it's not very good, right? We don't want the credit rating agencies to think the company has $0 of assets. We want the credit rating agencies to think we have $65 billion of assets. And, you know, there are also trolls on the internet that continually complain that this is a Ponzi scheme because we sell equity in order to fund a preferred dividend. Well, what we want to do is we want to reinforce the business model is we sell credit to make a capital investment in an asset, Bitcoin, digital capital. The capital investment accretes over time faster than the dividend.
I know I sold for a better credit rating is unbelievable.
We then monetize the capital gain and we pay the dividend. We think that the best way to punctuate this, to make it very clear, is to make the point that the company doesn't have to sell common stock ever. We can simply sell highly appreciated Bitcoin in order to pay a dividend. And if we do that, you're capturing a capital gain to pay a credit dividend. I think the analogy is like a real estate development company raises capital by issuing a credit instrument, buys land at $10,000 an acre.
No, I don't know what the date is of this.
Develops it, it's worth $100,000 an acre, and then they monetize that capital appreciation. You could sell the land at $100,000 an acre. You could rent the land after you fully developed it. You could refinance the land. But nobody questions a real estate development company that makes a capital investment with a credit income. What we're doing is the same thing with Bitcoin, and we want to make sure that the market understands that.
He really needs Bitcoin to go up. Bad. But the problem is he's the thing that makes Bitcoin go up. He's the Eggman, dude. He's the fucking Eggman. There's an old joke on Wall Street. A trader thinks the price of the eggs are going to increase, and so he contacts his broker and asks him to buy 1 million egg futures at $1.70. Sure enough, a week later, the price of egg futures is $2.50, and the trader, happy to ride his winners, places an order for 3 million more egg futures. Next month, at $4.30 a piece, he pats himself on the back and restructures his liquid investments to buy another 10 million egg futures. At the end of the quarter, egg futures are trading at $7. And the trader finally calls up his broker and tells him to sell them all. The broker replies, "To who? You're the Eggman." Ugh. Chills. Maybe the eggs were the friends that we made along the way. And so the thing that's kind of scary about Bitcoin, or like unfortunate, I guess, about Bitcoin is that what do you think Bitcoin would be trading at without Saylor? I would imagine probably this price, something around here. Maybe it'd be higher, maybe not. Do you still get 1010? Probably. Maybe higher, 75, 100. I don't know. What would it be trading at? I had sort of thought of it in my head. I think it'd be trading about maybe this price, a little bit higher, 10% higher. But you don't have the downside tailwinds of Saylor. You do have it now. And yeah, I mean, it's completely untradeable. There will be somebody who is a hero. I believe thoroughly in my body that Bitcoin makes an all-time high at some point. And there will be somebody that snipes the peak of bottom, and there will be somebody that walks away with a lot of profit as a result. But it's not going to be me. Believe that. Believe that. It's not going to be me. Someone needs to make a 1010. I want to make them. It'll be the U.S. government. Yeah, mate. Ugh. Jeez, man, that's pretty dark. Delta 1, what do you got? Kuwait Army says air defense is currently intercepting hostile missiles and drone attacks. MRVL says that's not happening. MRVL says there is no war in Kuwait right now at all. They're lying. The drones are not going off. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you even do with the war at this stage. Or War's over. Market says war's over. Oil market says we're going to have to deal with this at some stage. But oil bulls sound really retarded, and I am just going to choose to not. Yeah, Bitcoin thinks we're at world. Bitcoin thinks nuclear war is happening, actually, which is rather unfortunate. The last thing I want to talk about today that I think is worth noting is lighter performance today is pretty wild. I think Evans is a sharp, a real sharp, a real deal sharp. Oh, I do. Let me watch this actually. Wow, mythical Mando clip. I'll watch this Mando clip. Oh, let's watch this. Where is it? Here. A Laura Shin Mando clip. That is rare. Here. Wait. The Telegram's fucked. Boom. Jeff Dorman, who is CIO of Arca.
So what happened is with these preferreds, as he started raising more and more of these preferreds in order to buy more Bitcoin, the market started to freak out a little bit about 3 months ago about whether or not they were going to ever have the cash to satisfy the dividends on these preferreds. And if you look at a chart of STRC, which is the biggest one, for example, and you go back 6 months, this is an instrument that's designed to trade at 100, basically par, and you just get the dividend. But it was trading well below par because the market was worried that they weren't going to be able to satisfy the dividend. So what did they do? They went out there and raised about $2 billion in a combination of more preferreds and more stock and said, okay, now you at least don't have to worry about it for a year and a half because we have this $2 billion sitting on the balance sheet that's going to be used solely to pay dividends to the preferreds. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, these guys, maybe there's no long-term solution, but at least the short-term solution is they have the money. And then what does he do? A month later, he turns around and takes $1.4 billion of that cash cushion and buys back some of his convertible debt at 92 cents on the dollar, completely the opposite of what he said the cash was for. He retired 2029 maturity debt, which doesn't come due, obviously, for 3 more years. It's just a complete balance sheet mismanagement. And now that, 1.5 year cash cushion that he had to pay the preferreds, all of a sudden fell to 4 months. So what happens? Market starts freaking out again. And then he comes out on Monday and says, okay, we're actually going to sell some Bitcoin, even though it was a nominal amount. It's teasing the market that that's the only choice he has now.
Because nobody thinks he can pay these dividends.
Is to sell Bitcoin. And that's why Bitcoin's imploding. That's why the stock is imploding. And that's why STRC is back down to 97. So it's really just, there's no avenue here other than letting one part of the capital structure die.
Do you think Sailor sleeps comfortably at night? Yeah, it's not his problem, really. I mean, it is his problem, but he's fucking gotten rich off of this. He doesn't need Bitcoin to go up to get fucking paid. I think he sleeps great at night. I think he sleeps with a fan on low and linen silk sheets, if I had to guess. He had the cash. He was just an idiot and bought back his bond. That is unbelievable. I think the last thing in crypto worth discussing today is lighter. Notwithstanding the overall weakness across crypto, Lit looks ready to go. No one is getting rid of him. Oh my God. He goes 45% of the voting rights. That's crazy. Often referred to as a beta, it can stand on its own metrics. Seeing more former ETH maxis and large traders get behind it for tech architecture and snappy performance plus liquidity. Locally, it has shed a lot of OI build without really going down in price against broader market going straight down. Hype still king, no need to be tribal. I own both. These protocols both shown they can do well even when the crypto industry as a whole is not. It's a fair point. As their growth angles are TradFi adjacent. The best coins in a bad market are the ones receiving the capitulation flows from much larger coins. Bitcoin flowed to Zeke, Sol flowed to Hype, ETH maybe flowed to Lighter. This site is an awesome way to track the various metrics across HL, Lighter, and Binance. You get live visualizations of the order books, funding rate, monitor buybacks, and lots more. Use it at your leisure. If you want it, I'll send it here. I don't know what to think of lighter. Like, I don't have any. I'm not really dying to be like cute and trade this thing. I've largely not paid any attention to it. Height PA today is kind of unfortunate. But lighter PA today is not unfortunate, and it's up 16%. It's up 16%. Still got a long way to go, but it's starting to paint a nice little chart. What does lighter hype look like? Why does Pith come up first? It's so annoying. Yeah, finally printing a little green candle and lighter hype, but that thing is fucking down. Expeditious. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are on crypto, Bitcoin, Sailor, alts, Victoria's Secret, AMC, MRVL, Quantum, VVV, and PewDiePie, war and oil, Trump versus Netanyahu, Andrew left in prison, ASICs, barnacles on the boat, and rap music being back. I'm interviewing Andrew Kang on Thursday, which I'm excited about, actually. Does anyone here hold RoboStrategy? I'm curious. I'm interviewing Mr. Kang on Thursday. It's going to be fun. Working on a poster. It's going to be a good one. I've roboed an average of 32. What is it? 25. He better bail me out. You're the first person in your bloodline to say that sentence. What? I'm interviewing Andrew Kang? Yeah, it's not gonna be live, by the way. Unfortunately, he can't do it live. It's gonna be recorded. Sorry, I know you like the live, but it's not gonna be live. We'll clip it up real nice. I know. We're gonna clip it up real nice. Jack's gonna get in there, do a little work. And I actually have one more bad thing to say. I'm not gonna lie. I have one more bad thing to say, which is I gotta miss stream on Thursday or on Friday. I gotta miss stream on Friday. So I'm doubling up. I'm giving you a podcast on Friday. I gotta miss stream. I have an IRL responsibility that I have to attend. I know. Voyage Friday, bro. I know. But we have a podcast. I'm giving you a podcast. I swear it's not a date. It's an IRL. It is an IRL responsibility. It's a family responsibility that's important. And I got to miss for it on Friday. But bring her on stream. But I'm going to give you an Andrew Kang. I know that's back to back. Wait till you find out about bro, I don't understand why there aren't more concurrent viewers. They're coming, brother. It's also like 100 on YouTube right now. Maybe we're going to be streaming on Telegram before long. They're everywhere. We're going to be everywhere. Anita, what's good? We're going to be everywhere, man. You're not going to be able to get rid of us. Your smile says it's a date. I swear it's not, bro. I would not miss a stream for a date. Well, on a holiday, that's a different deal. But I would not miss a stream for a date. Are you dating Mika? I would not miss a stream for a date. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm rugging the stream. I'm about to go hoop. By the way, I've been playing hella pickup. Full court, like just buckets, like straight man buckets. The step back is there. I could really go left. The pull up is twitchy. The killer cross is quick. The first step is twitchy as fuck. It's very like Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle like. It's very like, it's got a lot of like, it's got a lot of Shea. It's got a lot of J-Dub. It's got a lot of like young Booker. It's got a lot of young Chris Middleton. And you look like you can pull him out of the court. I would play any person in this chat for 5 figures. I don't care who you are. Tristan Thompson not in here. I played Tristan Thompson 1v1, by the way. He's nice. I'm not going to lie. But I'm live every day at 3:40 p.m. EST. We got a banger tomorrow. We got a banger on Thursday. And Friday, Andrew King interview is dropping. I will catch you when I get to the day when I see you. Have a great rest of the day. Love you, motherfuckers. Peace.